What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Danny the Bull, here with Sanjay, a.k.a. Mr. MC1. Thank you for joining me. We had tried to get together a couple days ago, but the exciting Twitter Spaces popped up. One of the most exciting spaces that we've had in the community in a while. And so we kind of let that one have its moment. So again, thanks for coming on. I look forward to talking to you. I think a lot of people look forward to hearing from you.
Likewise, Danny, thank you very much for having me on your channel. Big apologies for, obviously that one day that we couldn't make it. It felt like when the whole Veveverse conversation was going, it was important to just let that one space run. And thank you for understanding as well. But really excited to talk with you today. And, hi to everybody who's listening. Thank you for tuning in. Looking forward to this discussion today.
Yeah, and I see you've got a special shirt on.
Yeah, let me just kind of share this shirt with everybody. So this is a shirt done by Omili, and the artwork is by Jeg. And it's to honor Silicon Secure. As you guys know, Silicon has been fighting a battle with cancer for quite some time. His health is still not in great condition, and he continues to battle. But he's someone that has inspired my collecting in the physical world, and a very dear friend. And I wanted to just rep this shirt today as to honor him and send him a lot of wishes.
Yeah, and yeah, for sure, thoughts and prayers to Silicon. It's one of the amazing things of this community is the fact that we've built these relationships with people all across the world.
Yeah,
it's pretty amazing. And so we all wish him well in his fight, which we know he's going to win. And we're going to get to chill with him in the Veveverse soon.
I hope so, man. And I know people want some more exclusive and stuff, but I don't know for sure all the details. But it's my understanding that Silicon wanted to do a drop on VV as a charity. It's something that David and Dan have said they support. So I don't know the details, but it's my understanding that there will be a drop that's for charity in the name of Silicon Secure at some point in time. And I'm really looking forward to it. I'm very grateful to the VV team to support that idea as well.
Nice. And can people pick up that shirt if they wanted to support?
Yes. You can reach out to Omili. I don't know how many of these shirts are left, but I'm pretty sure that, he can figure that out. Comes in 3 colors. There's green, there's black, and then there's a white shirt. And just, it's just such an honor to wear the shirt. Yeah.
Very nice. So when we were originally supposed to get together a couple days ago, I wasn't planning to ask you anything about the Veveverse because I didn't even know that you had beta access. All right, I wanted to bring you on.
You still don't know if I have beta access. I'm not supposed to say. But let's just go with, yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, we still don't know.
I may have access. Let's go with that for now.
I was going to talk to you about drive-by flippers and, MCP and loyalty and all that stuff. But then I heard that you might know something or two about the Veveverse. And I think everyone's excited to hear about, your thoughts on it. So first off, is it intuitive? Like, what's it like?
Yeah. And I'll, do my best to share as much as I can in a manner in which, I'm not sort of violating any NDA there, but I will share with you some thoughts on it. And it's my understanding that Dan has cleared people, with talking about stuff, but not kind of posting any pictures and stuff. So with that said, I'll share with you my perception and experience, at least at a high level. So the first things first is, Veveverse to me is a natural fit for the community. As much as, VV is still very much an individual thing. You go buy something, you put it in your vault. It's still that, but at the end of the day, if you look at the community that we have, it's an incredible community. And to me, when I look at that Veveverse as much as I think it's a place where you can display and flex and share and personalize and customize your collectibles and collection, it's also, in my humble opinion, my first impression was it is an amazing space for social interaction. And it blew my mind. I don't claim to be a super big expert on all of these things, but I've been on Spatial. I've been on some other platforms. I've explored, I've played, I've seen the social side of it. Leave the quality and all those other things, right? I mean, obviously I shouldn't talk about any of this stuff, but the social side blew my mind away. It literally was, you come in, you copy and paste the link from your Ready Player Me avatar, and it comes up. That's you, and with all the gear and everything, it's ready to go. I mean, there's a default in there, but you get this. So that's great. Next, you can invite your friend. First of all, you can pick your username, right? Like how you want to, your screen name or whatever it is.
So it doesn't have to be the same one as in BB, which is great. Yeah, because mine is Danny the Bull over there. Because when I started over there, I wasn't Danny the Bull.
Yeah.
So a different name.
Yeah. So nobody needs to know your real name and stuff too. But you can be whatever you want to be. So I'm Mr. MC1.eth out there. And then the next thing is, all right, well, I'm here. I want to invite my friends. So you literally go and you invite your friends, and it's so easy, intuitive. And in some ways, you literally just start with an alphabet and it starts populating, with names, and you can pull them up and bring them in, invite them. And nobody can come into your pad unless you invite them. So, you invite your friends and stuff like that. You follow people. All those things are pretty intuitive. So the part that I think, where Vivi and Chemness, the company that's helped them, has hit the ball out of the park. Like day one, hit the ball out of the park. It works already. That is the baseline. Number one, your avatar can see every other avatar that's in that space and you can interact with them, right? You'd expect that. Then there's the screen where you can, if you turn on the camera, like you're seeing my face here, it's identical. It's similar to this, except a little bit smaller. And if there's 3 people, you can see 3 people. So Rolex and Metaverse Life came into my pad. I could see them just like this, big enough to see each other, small enough that you could do everything else in it, with the whole space. I mean, and just to compare it to another platform, it's just a small circle. Even when you click the live, you're kind of in the middle there, but you can't see who's it or, very much. But this is really good. Then you can, it's voice as well. It's, it's like a Zoom-like thing. You can see that. There's chat. You can do all of these on, all together. So your virtual avatars, your physical, facial, stuff, plus your voice, plus chat. And, oh, by the way, you can pull in a screen and you can, it's almost like in your pad, you can drop a screen and you can put a movie out there. You can put whatever you like. Obviously, there's rules around it, so you can't,
copyright
broadcast. You can't start your own movie theater kind of thing, right? Well, I guess you can, but you shouldn't. And they probably block you from doing something like that.
Yeah, I think for a certain amount of people, you can't have like a watch party with a large group of people.
Yeah.
But,
But look at this. Think about it, right? If you and I are talking and then you want to pull up a screen, right, with something. So, in fact, it'll look literally like there's a room like this, my avatar, your avatar, both of us on the side here, voice, interact, screen, video, whatever you want. And that ability, how you can get on one screen all of those things to play together in that manner, in an easy to use manner, kind of draws you in. It draws you in. And then I won't describe this in much more detail here because I want to protect whatever Vivi's working on, but the ways in which you interact with that avatar, how you guys kind of together go and explore something, amazing. Just the way in which the 3 people can together go and go around together and watch something and do all that stuff. And then the other thing is I can also change a lot of features. You know, obviously the collectible is a collectible, but there's things that you can adjust. And when you adjust those, it's the people in the room can see it. And so that's, you know, the other aspect. So the social side, you know, Danny, that for me was incredible. And I can see us sort of leaving Twitter for the most part, or maybe there's a Twitter space running for those, you know, but for the most people are in the Veveverse talking to each other and stuff like that.
Amazing. Because I always said that for it to succeed, it needs to they need to keep it basic. Give people an easy to use platform where they can interact with their collectibles and get utility out of them, build it there, be creative, and interact with the community.
Yeah.
And if they manage that, then to me, it's a win. It doesn't need to be like this AAA gaming experience, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it needs to accentuate what we already have.
Yeah. And, you know, different people want to do different things in that space. Hi, OBL. How are you? It's good to see you here as well. And Dive Jedi as well. But, you know, look, if you think about that experience, like some people want to, hey, Frank, some people want to put like all the, you know, like make it like a fancy place with all the background and this and that and, you know, very custom display kind of cases and stuff. And I saw them, like the Waterholics are incredible. What they built, super, right? Some people can do that. Some people may want to just sort of display their collectibles and kind of play around a little bit. Some people may want a game in there. Some people might want to build their own game, you know, create some kind of, you can create your own game, right? I can put some glass orbs and hide things behind it and create like a hide and seek kind of thing. Yeah. Whoever finds it wins a prize, right? So there's so many kind of things that you can do in that. And I think that Veveverse is kind of the place where you can do that. And one thing that I would, you know, like to see is the ability to invite people into Veveverse who, you know, they don't need to be a big VV person with a lot of collectibles and stuff. You know, it's almost like there's VV people and then there's guests. You know, your guests can come into your pad and, you know, if they have the link, they can come in and play around and something like that. You know, I'd love to see something like that too. But so it becomes like a easy space to attract. You know, I think minus the collectibles, it would be a great social media platform. You know?
Amazing, yeah. And is there a limit in this early version of how many people can visit at one time?
I don't know that, man. And even if I did, I wouldn't say it.
Right, okay. Yeah, and there are certain things we have to respect the NDA.
Yeah.
Things that you can say, obviously, things that you can't. So feel free to shoot me down.
And by the way, I don't know the answer to that. So
okay. All right, yeah.
But if I did, I would.
So you've had it for a few days. How much time have you spent there?
Probably a couple hours each day. And mind you, I've had busy days, man. My business partner usually comes in town once every 2 months or something, and I go catch up somewhere else. So he was in town. I was busy with him, business lunches, business dinners, working. But even then, I was squeezing out like a few hours every day. And then the one day that, you know, I was kind of free, I spent, I think, about 4 or 5 hours in it. I created a room with all the golden moments in it. That's been an aspiration of mine for a very long time. You know, even spatial, I have the golden moments in there, but it's just like, you know, screen capture and
it's not the same.
I wanted like 3D kind of, you know, stuff, all of them in one room with the VV Gold logo on the wall there and Mickey Mouse's signature. And I got it all done, man. It took a little bit of time. It was fairly easy. But, you know, you got to think through how you want to set it up, which ones do you want where and how they're facing and what kind of background, what kind of lighting. And this is all nothing confidential here because David and Dan have done the demo, right? So nothing to hide there. You know, the lighting, the ability to create lighting effects on your collectibles. There's various different things that you can do. It's literally what you can actually do with a bulb. You can have it spotlight just directionally, or just, you know, illuminate the whole place kind of thing. That's amazing. And I think the other thing is, you know, when you think about what David had first described, you know, when his early chats, when he described, you know, he said, you know, like in the physical world, you can't get gold this and gold that and whatever, but in the digital world, you know, this gold is possible. And honestly, when I look at all the stuff that's gold, when I look at all the stuff that's platinum or special materials, they've done a phenomenal job with curating those collectibles. So, the gold shines, right?
Yeah.
So this is not animation. This is shine. Like they made the materials shine, and just the ability to. And there's more to it, right? The shadows and the whatever, and different kind of light effects when you change the color of the light and stuff. That's incredible, man. It's incredible. And if you're in this app for like truly collecting and displaying, and if you have a passion for something, right? No matter what that IP is, incredible. I mean, I haven't even created like put all my Batmans. Like you see back there, I've got like 45 some Batmans in total, man, on the black and white, 1 to 100 in physical world. And I have all of them digitally as well, like the ones that are on Vivi. Haven't put those in as yet. I mean, I just can't wait to go do that. And then I can't wait to build a Star Wars room. And then, oh my God, it's going to be crazy, man.
But for people like who aren't into building, you still think that there's value there for them?
Yeah.
And things to do.
It's pre-built. It's a pre-built world. You can just put your stuff wherever you like and put a light on it. You don't have to put a light too. So you can just do simple stuff like that. If you don't, if you don't want to do something, you don't have to. Everything else works just the same.
Yeah.
Oh, but I think there's a job for people. I believe that if you have the right skills, and it doesn't even have to be some kind of coding and this, that, and the other. If you have if you understand the feature functionality of Veveverse, and you have good design sense, aesthetics. Yeah. Like if you in your head, like you know design, you understand design, you understand how to place objects, and the relative positioning and all that lighting and stuff. Yeah, if you do something like that, I'm sure people will hire you. I think. Let me just use my friend's name. I think Dr. Rolex will hire you, man. He's got 10,000 collectibles.
He's got over 11,000 collectibles.
Yeah, 11 maybe now. Yeah, but he's going to need help, man. So I think he'll pay somebody a decent price, and I may too. First, I'll do my own thing, but then if somebody builds something super cool, I might FOMO into it and say, hey, listen, dude, like, why don't you? I'll give you some money. Why don't you do this for me?
And it'll become that like. Yeah, almost like competition, right? Like, look what this is doing. Now I want to do something and create something that is inspiring or awe-inspiring.
Yeah, I think you'll make more money by doing that than waiting for renting your collectibles and doing all that good stuff. Day one, if you have a good design sense and you learn the feature functionality, watch the videos, get all this stuff done, you got a JOB, man. Part-time JOB.
Yeah. Are comics ready there yet or not yet?
I can't answer that question, man. I cannot answer that question.
Yeah. And not
doesn't mean it's not there. I just cannot answer what they're doing there.
Yeah. And not all of the collectibles are ported in yet, right? Or able to port in yet. Is that correct?
Something they're working on. So lots and lots of stuff there. Said differently, everything that I wanted came.
Yeah.
Everything I wanted was there. So, but there are some things that are not there. And the last time, I heard about it, the number of new things that came in a day was in the 3 digits. Wow. So if you think about the total number of collectibles, unique collectibles on the app, and you think about how long will it take, I wouldn't worry about it, basically.
It'll happen.
Yeah, and then there may be one odd thing that gets stuck. It's just like Vivi's got so many collectibles. Look, man, there's so much complexity with them.
Yeah.
If the one odd one doesn't, quite look the way that they wanted it to, or whatever it is, they'll send it back. They'll get it fixed. They'll come back in. So, if you take a broader lens to it, don't sweat it, man. There's plenty of stuff in there right now. There's a lot of new stuff keep coming in, and if something doesn't work, don't worry about it. They'll fix it. It's quite a heavy lift, but whatever they're doing, man, unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Very, very good.
I try to curb my enthusiasm, right? Because one thing, I'm hearing all this excitement and enthusiasm from people who have tested it out.
Yeah.
I don't want to hype myself up too much and then be let down, right?
But I will tell you, this is not hype, right? It's just literally not hype. And give Vivi credit for this, right? They've taken that time to come up with it, and everybody criticizes it taking long, and I personally do criticize them for taking so long to do it all the time.
Yes.
But when you see the collectibles, the animated collectibles that are coming in, and there's unique levers that they're creating, right? There's variables they're creating with these collectibles that are unique to that collectible. And, I've given one example, and you know what, I'm going to talk about it anyway. Thor, right? I'm not selling any Thor. I'm not pumping any Thor, whatever it is. There's like lightning coming out of it. You can control that. So, that's very thoughtful, Like that's not going to be the case they're not going to do lightning with every collectible. So when you think about Storm, it'll be different. When you think about something else. And I'm very impressed with the thoughtfulness with which Dan and the team have worked on that. I obviously have no visibility into each collectible and what they're doing and how it's happening, and I don't want to participate in any of the pump whatever related to any of that stuff. But all I can tell you is it's amazing. I love it.
Yeah, and one of the things that I said while I was live streaming the other day, and I ended up streaming the Twitter Spaces. But one of the things that I said, because a lot of people are like, oh, they gave it to all the people who are positive or whatever, who love Vivi. But, I haven't really interacted with some of those guys one-on-one, but I have interacted with you. We have spoken, and I have.
Yeah.
So I do have a feeling for you, and you have been critical, especially recently with some of the things, and you've been vocal about some of the things that you see and that you don't necessarily like. So when I heard your feedback, it gives me a lot of confidence and just excitement. See for myself.
I'm a collector. I'm not paid by anybody, so I got I've got no reason to kind of be nice to anyone for any specific reason. Even if it's crap or whatever. I mean, I'll speak my mind the way I see it. I call things the way I see it, and I'll be respectful about it, professional about it, nice about it, but I'll speak my mind. And we can talk about drive-bys and stuff another time. Like later on as well. But let's stick to the Veveverse thing. But very impressive. Very impressive.
Let's talk about some of the things some of the shapes and building tools that are there. It's, I guess, a wide variety. People have like compared it almost like a Minecraft sort of thing.
Yeah.
Would you say like there's like a large variety of things to unleash people's creativity?
Lots and lots. I haven't played with all of it, but look, I had Mr. Falcon come into my space, and so I gave him a tour. Like I have my home is a very humble home compared to the Worldaholics, right? They've got like all this fancy stuff there. I've just got a space with like all my golden moments, and the lighting, right? And I've done a little bit here and there with so I asked him, hey, listen, what would you do differently? And he basically, said, click here, click here, click here. You want to change the wall. You want to change this. You want to do 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 this. Hey, what kind of material do you want? What kind of texture do you want on that material? Is it wood? Is it this? Is that? And then what kind of shading, color, pattern? Insane, right? And then layers of, like, you can build layers and layers of stuff. So, you can peel back the layers. You can, it's quite intricate. So I won't get into that in depth because I don't know how much I'm allowed to say on that or not. But all I can tell you is it's easy to use, and there's a lot of stuff to do there. And then I went into his pad. I won't describe that because that's his private thing, and also but all I can tell you is blew me away, man. Blew me away. He has a bat cave. It blew me away.
What's the process like of importing your collectibles? Does it have to be one by one?
I guess it has to be one. It has to be one by one because you got to place things one by one, right? Like you can't even do that. But it's very fast though. It's I would say searching in the Veveverse is easier than searching in Vivi because there's all these filters. I guess it's also because it's on a desktop, right?
Yeah.
So literally, like I can go, like I have lots of collectibles. I have 4,600 collectibles, right? So I have lots of unique collectibles, and I also have a lot of stacks of collectibles too. So you can place each one only once, but I was able to pick the first Todd and the second Todd. I was able to find my first Todd within, I think, 2 seconds and place it within 2 seconds or less. I was able to find my second Todd in 2 seconds and place that in 2 seconds. So, and I could place it exactly where I wanted it. And there's many different ways in which I could move it around to put it in the right place. I played around with Spatial. And Spatial, I think they made it a little easier. They've got like the snap-on feature, so you can, go stick it on the wall kind of thing and stuff. I mean, it wasn't there earlier when I first started.
You can snap on in Veveverse?
let's just say yes. You can do a lot of things in Veveverse.
I've heard that. I've heard that in cases.
I don't think there's a big secret, maybe because Dan showed the video of it. But you can basically pick something and put it somewhere. You can, use like the vault, VV vault kind of thing where you have the X, Y, Z axis and move things and do stuff.
Yeah.
You can have like the parameters where you can move minus this number plus this number, and it, you're changing the number and it moves the thing.
Yes.
And then so there's all these different ways in which you can do it. Whichever one you're comfortable with whatever you like. Some things you just want to go and put on the wall and it sticks and it's fine. Some things you might want to, I want to space it a little bit, but it's also intelligent. So when you when you put a bunch of stuff in there, somehow at least like some of the stuff I didn't have to move it around. It was spacing it automatically kind of at a certain place. So it's not, it's not like I didn't have to do that much work. I don't know what the intelligence behind the placement is, but there is some intelligence behind the placement to the best of my, what I can tell. But it was very easy, very nice, very smooth experience, And
you have spent a lot of time in spatial. And what do you
like days and days and days.
What do you like about spatial? What makes that sticky for you?
Spatial, the part that's sticky for me is how easy spatial was to use, right? And also, like you're able to create space. Like for me, if you give me just an empty room with white walls, it's boring as hell, right? Spatial has the ability where you can bring in an NFT, and that NFT is your house, right? So, like I bought a yacht, I bought a penthouse, and every other NFT or picture or whatever else it is placed inside that, and I'm able to do that. So that's what I like about spatial. I like the ability to kind of chat with people in spatial. Not particularly a big fan of that, being able to see the front, like the face, right? It was still like a small circle where you can't really, like somebody's turned on their video, but you really can't see much. But you can see the avatar, that's cool. But the avatars don't have emotions and shit now, right? So they're not as evolved. I suppose once the avatars are reasonably well evolved, you probably don't need that. But hey, but I like, that's what I liked about spatial. It attracted me to it. You can drive things around in spatial and stuff. I really enjoy driving. I tried to, troll a couple people with it because the X-wing is already there in a Star Wars simulator there, so I could go in, jump in it, and fly it and stuff. So it's like, let's troll a few people with it. But yeah, and then you can drive your cars and you can do all that stuff too. So those are, and Veveverse, I think social-wise is better than spatial already.
Yeah.
All the other stuff, obviously, Vivi's got some part of it built out. Some of it may be built, and I haven't used it as yet. But we'll see.
Yeah, and that's why I also was interested in talking to you, because you have that context of using spatial, and so you can, do a comparison of the two platforms.
Yeah. About the mint numbers in Veveverse, somebody has a question. I don't know, man. I haven't played with it enough to display mints and stuff, but maybe the team can answer that. It's probably more appropriate to leave that with the team. But they've said they'll do it, right? David's talked about being able to display your mint numbers. So if it's there, I don't know. If it comes out, then we'll see what it is.
Yeah, it's contagious, right? Enthusiasm is contagious, and it's good. It's so nice to have that back.
Yeah,
you're right. It's nice to have the enthusiasm back, and to get a big deliverable like this, even in its early stage.
Yeah,
something that we've all been looking forward to, and I think that's giving people a lot of excitement.
Yeah, I think it also adds dimensionality, right? Let's say, so on a one-time basis, a lot of people go in when they get access and they'll design, right? It just happened in spatial as well, right? So design like the whole pad and everything, but then every time I go in, I'm not designing all the time, right? I'm having fun. I have my friends come over, I'm seeing stuff, but every time there's a new drop, you get the collectible. Today what we do is a lot of people go AR it and put it on social media.
Yeah.
Now you'll have a new dimensionality to it where you can actually bring it into Veveverse and display it in whatever you want. In fact, some people may already have pre-built designs or backgrounds and everything preset. So the moment the collectible comes in, they bring it in and they put it there, and then they invite their friends in to come and see. And then they take a video of it or pictures of it and post it. And that adds to that, the joy of playing with the collectible. I have a few things in my vault, but I genuinely enjoy playing with stuff in spatial. Right now, I have the ability to play with my stuff, VV stuff, which I can't do. I can't play with my VV toys in spatial, right? But in Veveverse, it can.
Yeah, it just gives utility to these, more utility to these collectibles. And you're right.
Yeah.
Every drop will, people will go in and tinker. And you're going to have a whole new set of content creators now streaming their, I think Mark Hun was talking about, going back to creation on YouTube and streaming stuff. People are going to be doing like how-to videos, teaching tutorials on how to create in there. So it's going to open up all these avenues for creation. And I think give people the tools to create, and they are going to make it what it's meant to be.
Yeah. And there's a certain amount of the stuff goes viral, because it's not, the company doesn't have to produce content and put it out. Company produces X, but the participants in the ecosystem, the customers, the fans, the collectors will now multiply that by whatever 1,000. So 1,000x or 10,000x. At some point, hopefully, with that. So very exciting.
Yeah, we got Superstar Money. What's up, buddy?
Oh, hey, Superstar Money. I love you guys as well, man. Great content. Just really quickly, man, I if you don't mind, we'll just put the Q&A on pause for just 30 seconds here. I want to acknowledge, first group that I want to acknowledge is the people that do all the analysis on VV. Rootless Girl, Omi Daily Burn, Pyromaniac. There's lots and lots of these people who, they don't get paid. They just do this, out of the, for the community. They might enjoy it, but they still don't have to share it as publicly. And I'm very grateful to them for the analysis that they put together. I read all of it. I have a big collection on VV, and I read the daily reports on the VV feed. I read everything that VV Fox puts out. Yeah. I read what Pyro and Omi Daily Burn and these guys put out. And just incredible content that these analysis, quantitative analysis that they do is A+. And that's what makes our community really great. And I hope that, as a community, we figure out how to, create monetization opportunities for such people, even if it's $1 a month or whatever it is. Like I know with X now, there is that ability for people, to do
monetized.
I would love, my ask of all these individuals would be, create a paid subscription. I know you've done it for free for a very long time. Even if it's $1 a month or whatever it is, please do it. I think it's just an honor for a lot of people to, contribute and support. $1 a month for someone who's running an analysis on wallets and this and that, and who's done it for free for so long, right? Yeah. They've done it for free for so long, for 2 years, man. And to continue to get it, for $1 a month or whatever you subscribe to them. Look, please, to those individuals, please do it. Set up that mechanism. And for everyone else, in the V community who's listening, $1 a month ain't gonna, break anybody's bank, and you're really kind of, and they're able to spend more time, quality, and there's more things there. But anyway, let me pause there. That was sort of the first plug I wanted to put in.
Yeah, no, it's a very good point. We do have an amazing community with so many people playing different roles.
Yes.
So you're correct. For less than a cup of coffee, we can help. Yeah, you can really help reward people for the hard work that they would do they're doing for free. And for free, regardless.
And there's not that many of them doing quant analysis. The quant analysis is something that takes a lot of time, effort, accuracy. They don't just do the work. They have to check their work. They have to publish their work. But yeah.
Well, Superstar Money took that to heart.
But
Thanks,
that's
superstar.
great. Great. I want to hit the next one, right? I did say there were two groups. So the second group is content creators on Vivi. I think one of the things that makes our community what it is, Vivi aside, right? There's Vivi, there's collecting, there's a platform, there's a team, and there's all that stuff. But the community is what makes this a very special place. And the people that produce content selflessly, and I know you guys, Superstar Money, you guys are there, Danny the Bull, you're there. There's a number of other people, Vivi Magic, Comics and Crypto, and if you look at just a whole bunch of them, the Omi Homies put out content.
Yeah, you have Daniel Lee. There's so many people.
Daniel Lee, so many, right? I mean, I don't want to leave anybody's name out, but then
Right.
then again, it'll be like a long list of people. But I just let's just sort of, I want to stick to the point though. But all these individuals are creating amazing content, and not everybody's content is for everybody. If it's very Omi specific, like Randy. Randy's got a certain style, and he's got a certain way, and he's got his guests, and he's got his own flair and personality, which is very different than a VV Magic, very different than your show, very different Superstar Money, very different than My Collectibles, right?
Yeah.
But it's very important that we support such individuals as well, and especially the ones that we follow. So my ask of people would be, there's lots of content creators. You don't watch everything. It's just not even physically possible to watch everything all the time. But the ones that you sort of put in your top 3, consider supporting them, subscribe and whatever, do something like that. Because that then enables them to invest more time. Because all these guys have day jobs, and, just enabling that creates like that support system, Like Vivi as an app, great. The team puts out stuff, but they're, a certain amount they put out. Just being able to do that would be amazing. I know we've spent a lot of time on it. I'm quite passionate about this, and I wanted to make sure that I make that point as well.
Yeah, it's a good point, because the community is made up of people, and there are, everyone contributes in a different way. And so, like you said, the one thing that's super amazing about this community is you've got all these content creators that have their own niche, right? You got Sleeping Comics, who'll focus on comics and crypto, also on comics. And you got Daniel Lee on the Omi side of things, Superstar Money, making videos every single day. And all of these people who just do it because I guess they love the community, they love the product, and they love the engagement and interaction. So very solid.
And for anyone who's not running quant analysis or has their own channel and producing, you can still support the overall ecosystem by appearing on channels, talking to people, and doing giveaways as well. I know Dr. Rolex, Kenobi, Omi Homies. Some of them don't have channel. Obviously, Omi Homies have a channel, but there's a lot of others. Tony, a lot of these people do giveaways. Emoji, all these guys, Khaki. And it's important. I think, even if it's like a $4 comic or, $25 or $50 graded comic or whatever it is, just doing those giveaways enables, engaging the audience. It enables, it helps, content creators as well, right? If you show up and you kind of do giveaways.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to do giveaways as well, man. A couple of them, if you, on this channel too. Danny.
For sure. Little one from Superstar, man. Appreciate you, Superstar. Best part of the community is the friendships. And it's 100% true. That's what makes this whole experience sticky for so many people who have stuck around, regardless of the bumps and, the issues that they're, the VV has not been without their hiccups.
Yeah.
And, but the relationships, and that's why the Veveverse now being able to accentuate that, give us a whole new platform to interact is amazing.
Yeah, and I did want to cover one other thing. And you can tell me when's a good time. So Rootless Girl, she ran an analysis, and she had like a list of wallets and active wallets and stuff like that. I did want to pull it up and make a point to, everyone on the channel, if you're okay with that.
Yeah.
So, if you look at this analysis, what it shows is look, essentially what you're seeing is that there are 375,000 wallets on Vivi with just one collectible, and 188,000 with 2 to 10, and another 63,000 with 11 to 50. So if you just look at the wallets with 1 to 10, and then on the extreme corner, if you look at it, that tells you how many of them have been active in the last 90 days. So with wallets with 1, there's only 0.77 of them are active. And if you look at the ones that are 2 to 10, only 4% are active. So the point that I want to make here is, I know we care about bringing in lots and lots of new users. And some of these may be about, accounts that were locked up or didn't KYC or whatever. Leave. Okay. Yeah. But still, when it's 1% and 4%, that means there's 99% and 96% still there, right? And so my thought process is, obviously Vivi has disenfranchised some of these people. Some of them may have just gotten bored by themselves, or, kind of just tried it out and never gone back or something. There's all that stuff. But activating those customers, almost 500 some thousand plus that, are there. And I think Vivi has the right kind of switches, the levers to turn them on. To find a new customer in this day and age, digital customer that likes NFTs, that has the money to come and buy, still takes time and money, man. And with the fandom, and then there's all the onboarding and the KYC. Like these, I believe that Vivi has a real opportunity to activate these wallets. It's only 12,000 to 14,000, active buyers in a month, buying 180,000 collectibles. If you activate these base, like for example, you say, look, if you come into the Veveverse and display 5 collectibles, or when you bring 5 of your own collectibles into Veveverse, we'll give you something. Doesn't have to be a collectible, could be something else, or maybe collectible, right? Or there's something special planned out for them.
Yeah.
Reason to activate, man. What does it cost? Right? And these are people already here. And now you have the app, and you can kind of hit people up, and you can advertise and stuff like that. So to me, I think as much as, the community is chasing Vivi to bring in new customers, and as much as Vivi's focused on bringing new users, and I'm not saying don't do that, but I think there is a real opportunity to activate existing people, existing wallets on Vivi with some of the new levers that Vivi is, has. It's a magic potion, man. They got to sprinkle this Veveverse in a smart way on these people. They got to sprinkle the other stuff that's coming, the new IP that's coming.
100%.
There's got to be ways in which you kind of do that.
Coincidentally, I tweeted out today that, I don't know if you saw, but one of my tweets today was, it's great. Like, new marketing is great, but if they hit on their deliverables, there are so many people. The low-hanging fruit for Vivi is to bring back these people who have left because of, for whatever reason that they left. Now the MCP, Veveverse, all these deliverables, the big ticket items, gives them an opportunity to reactivate many of those old accounts, and that's low-hanging fruit.
It does, man. And if it's done in the right way, for example, all of us know that Vivi's disappointed some customers with delays, right? Or with experiential, some experience that kind of went wrong. But once it's done, once Vivi's ready, like, one thing I trust David, I trust Dan. I don't trust them to get shit done on time, but I trust them that whatever they're building is big vision and will get done in a good manner. I trust that, right? So whenever they arrive at that point with different kind of features, they can use that in a very humble, simple manner and say, look, we may have disappointed you over the last whatever time with this, but now that it works, this one thing is on us for the first one. Your first experience on us is you get something or whatever, right? Like, just be humble about it, be open about it, be humble about it, and bring people back, man. There's so many people who will come back to Vivi because they all bought into the vision of Vivi, and they were disenfranchised for some reason. And I think Vivi has the tools and the ability to bring them all back, man. Oh, a lot of them back, I think.
Got another super from Superstar Money. Thank you, man. I really like how the community is more accepting of new projects, only good for the space when there's
Yeah.
positive innovation. And I absolutely agree 100%. We see other, and we all should be accepting of other competition. We shouldn't fear competition. We should welcome it. I want to see Cryptoys succeed. I want to see McFarlane Digital succeed, because when they succeed, now an industry is created. The idea of digital collectibles. These other companies have reach, right? McFarlane can reach the physical, his physical customers. Cryptoys can reach a different demographic, and then they can funnel also into VV. So there's a lot of tribalism in in cryptos, NFTs, whatever. This whole space is filled with tribalism. I believe that as the pie gets bigger, VV's piece of the pie will get bigger. And it just gives you context for their place in that whole space.
Absolutely. Right. Hey, give me 30 seconds. Let me walk back there. I'm going to pick out a graded comic.
Go for it.
For a giveaway on the space. You figure out how to give it away. I go find it. How about that?
All right. Awesome. Yeah. Sounds good, man. Look at that. He's giving stuff away too. He's giving the alpha on Veveverse, and he's giving stuff away. You got to love Sanjay. Good vibes for sure when talking the social aspect. I've always said that the lifeblood of VV is the community, and the secret sauce of VV is their community. And to leverage that and accentuate it through the Veveverse, if done properly, which it seems like from what Sanjay says and what others say, that they kind of did a good job on this. Super exciting and great opportunity for them to just make more use of this community and the friendships that were built, and give us a place to all congregate. So we're going to see what comic he's fetching out of there, and I got to figure out how to do this giveaway. What's up, Steve? Drops need to be bulletproof. People left for a reason. Correct. They do need to do a better job there. What's up? What do we got here? I'm excited.
So, Miles Morales, Spider-Man #3.
What? What's that grade?
9.8.
9.8.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. He's bringing the
still
heat.
Relatively newer comic, but just an incredible cover. It's an Ivan Tao artwork. I love Ivan's work as well. It's amazing. Yeah. All right. So you figure out how you want to give this away.
I think I'm going to go with a number. So we've got 102 people in here. I'm going to go with a number from 1 to 102.
Okay.
And I wrote it down already. Whoever guesses it wins it. And I wrote it down, so it's full transparency. It's already written down.
And I can't see anything, by the way, because I don't see the chat. My phone is, off. So.
Mark said 73, 76. Green Goblin in the house. No, not one. Nope. Keep going. 69. I was gonna go with 69. Oh, Mark Hun got it. Mark Hun got it.
Congratulations.
Number 7. That's my favorite number. If we ever do another giveaway, now you all know my favorite number is 7.
All right. So I will need your address to send it. You could use a PO box, or you can use, by the way, don't ever put your real name to, your name's real name. But anyway, just send me your address. You know me on, just copy me and Danny the Bull on it, and I will get this mailed out to you tomorrow.
See, you practice what you preach, man. You're talking about, giveaways and spreading good vibes. So that's awesome, man.
Yeah, we'll do another one too. Should we do it right now, or should we do it later?
Let's do it later. Let's do
it later. All right, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it in like 20 minutes or so.
Yeah.
I want to give a new number now.
So maybe I'll show them what it is, though, right?
Yeah, that's good. Let's build some anticipation.
Okay. So this is the back of the cover, but
oh shit.
So this is also a 9.8 graded Star Wars: The Mandalorian #1. Relatively new, but So I know we have a lot of Miles fans, and I know we have a lot of Star Wars fans.
Oh.
But hey, here's another one. But I don't know. Start thinking about a number that Danny the Bull is going to pick after 7, right?
Yeah, it's not going to be 7 now. So 7 is
It's not
disqualified, right?
Well, maybe it is. Maybe it is.
Maybe it isn't. Yeah, you never know. 7's in play. 7 is in play
Yeah.
for the
But
next
listen,
giveaway.
as we're giving out comics, I want to also big shout out to Sleeping Comics, man.
Yeah.
He's done the Sleeping Comics hats. They've been amazing. I have all of them. But this one that I have is a white one, the secret rare version.
Nice.
Not giving this away, man. It's too precious. But hey, listen, I got a big shout out to all the guys who are building all kinds of merch as well. I love the merch.
Yeah.
You know, to everybody that's producing the merch, you know.
And I love
that. If you aren't,
people
stop
rock-
producing some.
I love that people rock the merch also. And,
Yeah. By the way, I'm not selling any merch, but I have, you know, can I go get another hat?
Go for it, yeah.
All right. I got something to show you guys.
And Sanjay's a good guest to have on. He's a lot of fun. He gives stuff away. He's got good information. Thanks, Fun Under the Sun. Appreciate you in that super chat. We got Poppy in the house. Keep the good vibes going. Yeah, this is a fun stream, man. I didn't know that he was going to do these giveaways. And I kind of wish that I'd be in play for one because that Miles Morales mark, that's pretty dope one, 9.8. And the Mandalorian comic, also a 9.8, is dope. We got Steve in the house. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate you. Dr. Strange in the house. Support Dr. Strange. Also, great content creator in the community. We got Richard. Giveaway. If we were to give away his Veveverse early access, I would pick the number and guess it. SoCal, I have that poster. Nice. Very nice. Billy Bob Bitcoin. I used to love the VV collectible comic giveaways, especially VV Festivus. Yep. Yes, 100%. I would love them to bring back transfers because it enables this sort of thing to happen. I'm also really looking forward to their ticket, their bronze ticket system, because that's another thing that people can give away live on stream. And if for nothing else, it just creates good vibes and helps bring the community together.
So I want to show you guys this.
What we got?
So I got the Human Torch on
nice.
my hat. So I went to this company called Lids, and I told them I wanted to get this done. They said they needed to go to the corporate office to get approval and stuff. Finally, they got it, man. They did it. So super excited about that.
Yeah, you know what? Steve's right. He's. I'm gonna tweet out that we're gonna do that giveaway.
Okay.
A second here. Let me do a little quote tweet. Very kind of you to give away those comics.
Oh, pleasure. I think that makes the community a lot more fun too, right?
100%.
By the way, I'm loving the stuff at the background there. It's probably someday I'm gonna need a full tour of it, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. This is my man cave, and when I created it, I told my wife I just want to create a space.
Yeah.
She's in charge of all the decor upstairs.
Yeah.
And I just want my own space, and I want to surround myself with things that I love. And so it's like my happy space. I love getting new toys.
Yeah.
Going to events, finding vintage stuff or cool stuff, and rearranging and displaying.
Yeah.
So,
Man, mine was also called a man cave once upon a time, but now I've got just nothing but all these comics, and it's becoming more of a man warehouse now, you know.
this is what happens, which is the beautiful part of digital.
Yeah, it's true, man. That's true.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna get to that giveaway.
Let's go
shortly. But let's talk a little. Let's shift back into Veveverse. One question was, is it Oculus ready? I heard someone talking about.
Yes.
It is. Oh, that's amazing! Wow.
I broke my Oculus, but and I don't want to get one now because there's a new version of it coming in. They say fall, so it's already August. So like if there's a new Oculus coming, I don't want to go buy the old one for 2 months or whatever month or whatever. But anyway, but it is Oculus ready is what my understanding. So
that's amazing. Yeah, which is a whole lot
hey,
more.
Sleeping, how are you, man?
Yeah, we were talking about you sleeping. I don't know
We're
if you
talking
heard.
about your hat.
All good things. All right. So that's awesome. And I'm assuming when Apple Vision Pro comes out, I really hope that it's
Yeah.
also enabled.
Yeah.
Amazing. All right, let's see. I had a list of questions I wanted to ask
Yeah,
before
sure,
we do the
please.
next giveaway. How big is the space that you are given in the Veveverse?
It's pretty big. I mean, I don't know how to describe it, but it's pretty big. If you want it bigger, I think you can make it bigger. So
It's like a house, or
yeah, it's like what Dan had shown, right?
yeah,
Basically, the demo, whatever Dan has shown, it's like that, and then you can build on it. So yeah, I don't think space will be a problem. At least, you know, it's called beta, man. You never know when they
yes,
go from beta to full release. What, you know, just because it's in beta doesn't mean it'll be there in the final or whatever, right? So don't stick to everything that kind of you even hear about. But yeah, it's big, plenty of space for me, and I can do, you know, I can add on and stuff like that. So no big deal, at least for now.
yeah. And you know, now you have access. I'm assuming that you're going to continue to have access, and will they be like giving you new features?
Well, I hope I don't say anything now that blows that access. I like to think that way.
They're not watching.
That'd be a travesty. Oh, he went on Danny the Bull and he said boom, boom, boom. So there's
Rugged.
back of the line. There you go.
So they're going to be, I'm assuming, rolling out new features and testing them, right? So that's pretty dope. Also,
No, man. I just have login and I'm playing, and I open tickets if I find an issue, and I give them feedback. So I don't know all the other details. Somebody tweeted that there's like a second wave of invites and whatever. Don't know, man. I have no idea.
Yeah, I saw that. I know Vivi Meister got an invite. I checked my email. I didn't, but I'm patient. In the Twitter spaces, I had heard someone talking about you can add fog or something to.
Maybe.
Yeah. What else we got?
You can change the sky, right? So you can do a lot of stuff. So without going into the specifics of what you can do, yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can do.
And there's like, and it's basically limitless how big you can scale things, right? So if you have like a huge.
I don't know the answer to that question. I've made things bigger and it's gone as big as I wanted it. I haven't tried to, you know, make Harley Quinn like 10,000 times big and then just put the nose of the Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
You have to ask the Walterholics all that, man.
So how many different pads have you visited so far?
Probably 6 or 7. Yeah, I've been to a few of them. Yep.
Very nice. Do you know how many people got beta?
Don't know.
Don't know. All right. So now that you see, this is not based on anything that you know, right? What do you want Veveverse to kind of grow into now that you've I'm sure you've always had an idea of where you want it to go, right? Yeah. So what's your vision of where it should go in your estimation?
You know, to me, it has to be a social place. Look, the number of people that will go in and design all the time is few, right? Not everybody's a designer, not everybody has the time to design, and not everybody's going to design all the time. You know, okay, so let's say you've spent the time, you've done all these things, you've got a beautiful pad. But in my humble opinion, for Veveverse to work and to be a good part of VV and, you know, that extension of VV, it has to be a social place. It has to be a social place where you can engage, you can game, you can communicate, you can do all those things. And that social aspect is very, 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 very important. And it has to be fun. It has to be intuitive. And you know, because there's a lot of metaverses out there that they haven't caught on fire, right? They've not gotten fire. Like they've not spread.
They're not
like, why? You know, you go back and you say, why? In some of those cases, the barrier to entry might have been the tech to get there. You have to go and buy something. You have to have a MetaMask. You know, you have to get a wallet. You have to put the crypto and you got to buy it. And then you got to log in and you got to go do it. Right. And then when you go there, It's like, are your friends here?
Yeah.
Are your friends? Or you can make new friends, right? But then again, those new friends, right? And then how do you engage, right? So I think, the gamification part of it, the playfulness part of it, the social interaction engagement part of it, together, if those work, if the chemistry is right, you bring people in, it's easy to kind of be social. You can do chat, open chat, right? You can do video, you can do voice, you can display, you can do all these things, and that's one element. Then if you can do all that while you're playing with your collectibles and talking about your passion, and I think that's where Vivi, has an edge. I think the first part they've already gone past everybody else. As my humble opinion, they've already gone past everybody else. It's the social part. They've all feature-wise, they've already built very easy, A+, better than anyone else, social side. Done. Now, if you can combine that with toys, right? So your friends come in and you're playing with a toy together and you're exploring it and you're trying to do all kinds of stuff with it. That would be the second one. And then the third one would be, if you have the interactivity, you're like, okay, let's go for a race. Let's race. You and your Lambo, me and my Aston Martin, let's go race. And it's a part, features, like, the skill, and part is, what's in one of those cars shouldn't go faster than the other car, right? Or maybe one car should go faster than the other car. So you got to fork out the money to get the better car.
Superstar X, what's the key to new users in your opinion?
What's the key to new users in the Veveverse or on the app?
I think he means in general.
In general, okay. Now you're gonna get me started. full disclosure, you're gonna get me started. So, look, man, there's 4 types of people, in my humble opinion, on this app. There are bots. They're bad, gone, right? There's all techniques that have been put in place. 2, there's drive-bys. These are guys who come into the app, they go for the drop, they sell it, and they either take the money out or they keep that money till the next big drop comes, but they don't play in the secondary market, right? Those are the people that drain the app. You can't get rid of them completely, but Vivi has to build measures to prevent most of the drop going to drive-bys, the big drops, right? So we talked about them in a minute. Then you have flippers, right? So flippers, they buy, they get the drop. If they don't get the drop, they mint hunt, they buy in the secondary, they sell it. Love it. They're very, very important for this. They're great for everybody. They're great for Vivi because they generate money. They're great for, collectors because, collectors have the ability to go and, pick that off somebody who's kind of got it. Not all of us have all the time. And, people are willing to spend money for it. So the flipper, man, great. Love it. That they have, and some people, part flip, part collect. So, great. All of that is great. And then you have collectors, hardcore collectors who add, whether it's a small collection or a medium-sized collection or a big collection, they buy and they hold. Right? It's 10 collectibles, they buy and they hold. 100 collectibles, buy and they hold, right? And you can have some flipping behavior there as well, which is fine. Everybody, like this something or the other that you get on a drop that you may not like, the mint or whatever, you want something else, you're trying to mint match, you want to get rid of the other one, fine, still collector. My humble opinion, Vivi has to split the drops and apply certain mechanics such that drive-bys cannot get the good shit, the secret rares and the ultra rares, like lots of them. So said differently, if you have a Pokemon drop tomorrow, 1 million people might come into your app, download the app and go for it. But, and you've got, let's say 12,000 collectors in it. The probability of your collector hitting that, very low, very, very low. So what happens is, I'm not saying all the new users are drive-bys, but let's assume there's like these drive-bys come in. Like they'll come in for the big drops. They'll come in, they'll hit the drop, and right after the drop, they'll list it. And if they don't get the drop, there's no money out of their pocket, right? And so the reason that that's not good for the app is because, it drains the app. The liquidity from the app is drained. Like a collector, like let's say, Rolex or, Mr. 41.ETH or Michael or whoever, one of these guys,
Yeah.
they pay $10,000 for that Pokemon. That $10,000 goes out of the app.
Yeah.
If
it gets cashed out.
It gets out.
Yeah.
If a collector gets it, no matter whether it's a small collection, medium collection, or big collection, they have demonstrated the ability to hold it. Or if a flipper gets it, right? Somebody who will sell it and then use some part of the money in the secondary market. They have a history of buying in the secondary. They have a history of collecting a few things. If any of those people, get it, that the money, some part of the money will go back into the app. That's how, they'll go and buy a Todd, right? And they'll cash out like whatever. They take some money out or whatever.
Yeah.
They'll go buy a partner statue. It's always like a wish list. To me, that, Vivi has to focus on, reducing the action for drive-bys. And you can do that only if you can split the drop in two parts, where one part, you're almost like protecting it in a manner in which it can go to any collector, small, medium, or large, there's some definition. It can go to a flipper, whatever, somebody who spends some money. Any drive-bys, you're welcome, but you can you're only eligible for X%. I don't want to say the number. It's 30%, 50%, whatever it is. You can keep experimenting with it. Very important, man. Like I'm sick of the drive-bys, and it's not the people, the drive-by people, because by not rewarding the collectors and the flippers and people are engaged. This is not like, maybe we should put flipper and collector together in a bucket of engaged user.
Yeah.
By not putting the collectibles, part of the collectibles in the hands of engaged users, you're encouraging some of the engaged users to become drive-bys.
Yeah.
Because they're sick of it too. And I know MCP's there, MCP can fix it or whatever, but the goal for Vivi, man, like this is something I'm super passionate about, and I'll shut up after this about this topic, is please reduce the amount of secret rares and ultra rares that go to drive-bys, especially on big drops. And you can do it very simply, very, very simply.
And McFarlane does that kind of now in their new system. Yeah, they have allow lists. And
bat calls too, right? The Palm DC platform does it too. Sometimes they use the bat calls for it. Sometimes they use some other mechanism for it. Somebody who's bought comics from the secondary. There's ways in which they can do that.
Yeah, and it's not about shutting new people out. There should ultimately, ideally, be a balance. But you are correct. You want to ensure, especially when those big drops happen, you want to ensure that a strong percentage of drops goes to people who are putting money, contributing to the ecosystem.
Yeah, and look at it this way. Even for all the new people who come in, if they see how the app operates, that you can drive by and make your money and there's no reason to collect, you're basically incenting them to also drive by. You brought in a new person, but they're behaving in the manner in which you are incenting them, right? And so that's equally like, if the drive-bys come in and realize that, oh shit, if I had like 10 things or 20 things and I bought from the marketplace and this MCP thing is cool, and if I play by the MCP, then I have a better chance of the rest of the drop, they'll start buying and hodling. And you don't want to create it, that somebody's just buying 5 collectibles just to play the game or whatever. But at the same time, I think hopefully that makes sense, man.
Yeah, no, it does. And I think N1 is asking, how would Vivi differentiate first-time drive-bys to new users? And you wouldn't be able to, but the whole thing is you build equity,
you're
right?
You're still eligible for 50% of the drop. But if you
over
buy more
time,
stuff, you can.
Over time, those first-time users will develop equity, and part of that, as long as they continue to contribute.
Yes. Yeah. Anyway, look, I like how McFarlane allow list stops solves for drive-bys. I like how the Palm DC stuff solves for drive-bys. There's many examples of it. There are many ways to do it. You can basically create a mechanism where if you have, something from the secondary market that enables you to kind of do something, or look, MCP should solve it, but MCP still needs to be applied in a smart manner. By the way, when you look at a lot of the drops, like the A+ drops on Vivi, and you see those accounts selling it, they have no collectibles, just that one collectible or whatever. the date, the open date on all of those, the where it's visible, is 2021, man. They ain't new, man. They ain't new. They just drive-bys.
Yeah, they're just here to
Yeah.
feed off of
Yeah.
the community and the drops.
Yeah, and you know what? New users, you want to encourage them, but by allowing new users to be eligible only for 50%, basically you're telling them, if you start buying now, the next big thing, you'll have 100%.
Incentivizes them.
Yeah. So what do you think they're going to do? They want the good stuff. You're going to attract the right crowd, and the bad crowd is the drainers of this app. The drive-bys are going to be anyway. I'm too passionate, man. I gotta shut up on it.
No, so just also to give my feedback on Superstars Money, which is a good one about McFarlane. I think that McFarlane has done it right to an extent, but they still need to also find a balance. So I've been in McFarlane, and they have incentivized people to get XP points and collect and hold, right? Because people then they are like guaranteed an allow list. Yeah. However, what McFarlane, in my opinion, needs to tweak is that they're giving too much away to the current users. So, for instance, for their last drop, which was super scarce, total of 666 of Spawn Gunslinger collectible, very, very rare. But there were people who were able to mint 6, people who were able to mint 5. I was able to mint 4, and it didn't get to allow list 2. Let alone to the public. So I love what they're doing over there, but it is about finding that balance where now you're not, deterring new users. And it's not a case where you just, the rich get richer. You want to find that healthy balance.
Yeah. And by the way, it's not about the rich, right? Because the population that's eligible for, the other part of it, right? Not the open part, the other part. Mm-hmm. Come up with a criteria that's simple. It's not about, whales and this, that, and the other. But at the same time, it's got to have some minimum standards to it of collecting in there. And it could be, people who have minimum master collector level of X, right? Whether it's 10 or 20 or 30 or whatever it is. For different drops, you can set it differently. And this holder should have some criteria, right? They could add more criteria to it. I don't know how difficult or easy it is for me to do that. Yeah. But that's very important. Because, think about it. I mean, this is not about, a lot of people may misunderstand. Look, I have a big collection of VV. I'm trying to get wheels to get stuff. Don't care, man. Like, that's not the issue. Let's say you do give me let's say there is a big drop and I get onto the wait list and I get selected, right? I'm going to pay $6.99 or $20 or $30. And there's still a 1 in 12 chance of me getting the secret rare, right? And the chances are that secret rare is going to be not a great mint, right, for the most part. And then I'm going to end up just sort of buying another one and flipping it. And so this is not something that's going to benefit the whales or anything in terms of direct benefit. It will benefit the entire app and every collector or flipper on the app. It will benefit everybody other than the drive-bys, because now suddenly more of the new money is staying in the app. More of that money is going to buy the older stuff, Yeah. If all you have is drive-bys who come, buy and sell to collectors who pay the money, and then there's no other action and the price keeps dropping, those collectors will also slow down. And then what you're going to have is there's going to be a graveyard full of collectibles from the past, which nobody has any interest in because nobody's collecting, and there's a problem. So, I'm using a very extreme example there. But the point being, the more you can put the collectibles in the hands of collectors in a smart manner, but still you leave some part open. Some part has to be open for anybody, drive-by or no matter who it is. But the more you protect the secret ultra rare with smart ways, the more that money stays in the ecosystem. People are bringing in, seriously, if you look at the math today, there's somewhere between $50,000 and $150,000 of new money coming into the app every day. And big drops, 300,000. You know what? Back in the days when things were crazy, it used to be 3-4 million too. Yeah. And I think when this drive-by problem is fixed, right? Once VV implements MCP and splits the drop and makes sure that this whole mechanic of getting this thing works, I'm telling you, man, a lot of people are going to start putting more money in to buy and hold. And there's going to be less outflow. And so, think about the bucket, right? The more water coming in from the top of the bucket, and the holes in the bucket are mostly fixed, and there's less water leaving the bucket. That's when the bucket fills up with water, right?
Yeah.
So it has an effect on both. Anyway, that's all I gotta say, man.
Analogy.
I keep saying that, but then I say more.
Yeah. Before I do the next giveaway, Viddy Man, I had a question. Danny, if you held your stream in Veveverse, what collectible would we need to see your stream, or will you broadcast with no requirements for viewing? Yeah, I don't know what I would do. I'd have to think about it. Maybe like I would do something like channel members, and that's where it opens up like the ability to just do more things, reward people, give people access, and reward like your people who support you and things like that.
Yeah.
So that might be something that I do. So become a channel member. Quick plug. All right. Let's do a giveaway.
All right. There you go.
So we have
Star Wars, The Mandalorian 1, 9.8.
9.8. That's dope. I'm upset that I can't win this, but I'm excited to give it away with you. So there are 117 people in the chat. I'm going to go with a number from 1 to 117. It could be 7 again. Who knows? Let's go. 1 to 117. I already wrote it down while Sanjay was talking. 69. Nice try. Green Goblin.
That might work on somebody else's channel.
I got to sort through these. It says 77, 113, 77, 1. No, not yet. 1. Oh, shit. This is going fast. I got to 77. I need 842. Yeah, Poppy got it. 100.
What? Dude, you're so easy to pick, man. 7 and 100. Very good. Very good. Well done, Poppy. So I don't know who you are, man, but you're gonna have to just send. Hopefully, you know my Twitter handle.
If not, you can get in touch with me.
Yeah, if for some reason I don't follow you and you're not able to DM me, just send your user ID to Danny, and I will follow you, and then we'll communicate, and I'll get you the comic. And by the way, you can send me, your work address. You can send me your home address. You can send me some hotel address or whatever. I don't need to know. It's like, as long as it's your username, we're all good here, man.
Yeah, and again, if you
congratulations, by the way. I'm very happy that you won it. By the way, isn't that like that PFP is from My Collectibles, giveaways drop head thing? Is that right? That's one of MC's kind of things.
Oh, it looks like it. Poppies.
Yeah, look at his.
It is a drop head.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Oh man, this value coming out of Danny's channel for MC's.
This is it's like what a web, right? MC1, Mr. MC1 giving something on Danny's channel to a drop head.
Yeah, there you go.
The interactivity.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be great if it was a digital thing, right? But anyway, it's a physical thing. We don't have transfers yet, but
yeah, I'm gonna go with decimals. I'm gonna break. If we ever do another giveaway, I'm gonna break it down into decimals, and it'll take forever.
Maybe we'll do another giveaway, man. I got like 1,000 comics back there.
Oh shit, you heard? We're gonna do another one later.
Yeah, you want me to find one? Should I go find one?
Yeah, sure. You can go pick one out. And then
why don't we do that? So maybe you can read through the comments and kind of get the questions.
Yeah, I'll read through the comments. Yeah, congratulations, Poppy. Good job. That's a great comic, man. 9.8 Mandalorian. Seeing these, when I was talking to Sleeping Comics a couple weeks ago, we had a really great chat. Another really smart guy in the community. And he was showing me his comics, and it's a little dangerous because it almost gives me the bug to want to start collecting graded comics, which I can't afford at the moment. But super dope. Yeah, Drophead community. Shout out to My Collectibles, one of the best also in the community. Green Goblin, great stream, guys. Appreciate you all. Saw some starred questions. Yeah, Mark, thanks for coming through. I'm really looking forward to people like Mark now getting back into content creation and seeing what they are able to, create in their vaults, because Mark hit a milestone in his collecting journey. You picked one out?
Yeah, man, this one's a good one. This one's a very good one. So it's the Disney, 100-year series, right? 100-year anniversary series. So the colored version is like a regular version, $5 a comic. The black and white is the 1:100 variant, which means for a comic store to get one of these, they have to buy 100. And so this one typically retails into 3 digits.
Wow.
So,
Dan, he's giving away a good one.
This is a good one. So this is like
Man,
$100 bucks,
Sanjay, you're
man.
such a giving person.
I might have paid a little bit more than 100 because I pre-ordered some of these things. So
Wow.
I have 3 of these, but I'm giving away one to one lucky person here.
That is amazing. We're going to do that one in like 15 minutes. Let that simmer.
Yeah, let us think it. So you want to tweet it out or whatever? Take a picture, tweet it out. Come on to Danny's channel to win a 1:100 variant, Disney 100 variant.
Well, I'm going to tweet this out.
Yeah, so they know who's giving away. Yeah, there you go. Danny, yo, so believe it.
Oh, yeah. Hold on, man. Let me take another picture.
Giveaway. There you go.
There we go.
All right.
Let me tweet this out.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Let me do a retweet. Boom. All right, bear with me, guys. That's really generous of you.
Oh, pleasure, man. It's so fun, man. It's great. I have 3 of these, so more than happy to share one, man, with the community.
All right, so I'm going to give people a little time. I'm going to say another giveaway. We're going to do it at 7:45.
Yeah. Perfect, man. Perfect. I hope, I'm not on YouTube and seeing the chat and stuff, so I don't know who's in there and, what you guys are writing. I probably could, but I don't want to disrupt the flow here as well. So, I take it Danny will pull up the comments here from the chat on YouTube. But, big thank you to everybody who's tuned in and listening. Yeah, man, this is fun.
Yeah, we got 126 people with us. Nice crowd. Dr. Strange, he wants it. He needs it.
Okay. The problem is I'm not drinking today, man. If I started drinking,
we give everything away.
One every 10 minutes. We'll just be giving away. We watch out. We'll just be giving away.
Someone's gonna walk away with his clothes.
Okay, I do have a rule though. One rule, man. Same person can win twice, right?
Yeah, that's a good rule. So Mark is out, Poppy's out. They're winners.
Okay, you guys won already. Can't have the same guy win twice.
Yeah. OG Vols.
You're eligible next time.
Yeah, OG Vols is a good one, man. Sanjay been giving away some stuff. The people want him to start drinking, though, man.
Oh shit! How long are we going today, Danny? What are we doing here, man? They're on for about an hour and 23 minutes.
Yeah, my night is free. All right, let's talk while we wait and let this simmer for people.
All right.
And I think of a new
number. You got a drink there, Danny? You drink, right?
Yeah. You want a drink?
Yeah, I got a drink. Why don't you get a drink too?
I'm gonna go get a drink.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna go get a drink too. So,
give me a second.
And for those of you who are watching, man, this is gonna be more fun if you start drinking too. Oh, look at that wine drinker, man! Oh, yeah, what are you drinking?
It's a Malbec. Miriam.
Okay. Nice.
So I subscribe to this online. It's called Angel Wine or something. It's like like you're an angel investor. These are people, independent winemakers who are trying to get their product out, and you can sample them, and it's like a subscription. And so you get to try different things. And I tried this, and I always buy a case once in a while.
So this one is basically Catena Zapata 2015. It's from the Mendoza region, Argentina. I love good Argentinian wines and good Argentinian steak as well, man.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
if there's any Argentinians here, brother, you know, just dude, like I'll die for an invite to your house in Argentina. You know what I mean?
Well,
love the steaks, love the Milanese. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers to everybody joining us.
All right, there you go.
All right, so let's talk.
All right.
So
what's next?
Let's talk about David's interview and what were your? We talked about it a bit in Twitter Spaces. Did you leave that interview feeling better about the platform and their plans?
Yeah. It's been a while since I, a couple of days now since I, caught that full 1 hour and 45 minute. I didn't see the video YouTube version. I saw the podcast. I mean, I heard the podcast version. So I can't comment on any of the stuff that he showed or whatever. But look, drink break. Here we go. Mandatory in every VV space, man. Mandatory, guys. Yeah. We're starting a tradition here.
SoCal's got his own tradition.
We're starting our own tradition. And the giveaways start after the drinking, right? But yeah, so, the first one was the whole Alibaba and Veveverse vibe, right? Whatever.
Yeah.
That conversation was an interesting one. For me, just to hear David talk about, how he's thinking about the market and the whole international side of it. Very interesting. I don't think in the short term it changes anything, but it also sort of lets us know that David's got a very long-term horizon on that, long-term vision towards it. So that was the first thing I thought was really interesting.
Do you have any thoughts, just piggybacking on, because you mentioned Alibaba, do you have any thoughts on what their ability will be to actually penetrate the Asian market, because they're super strict?
I think it's for China, man. Maybe they'll use them for the rest of Asia, but look, you need a Chinese partner to go into China. There's no two ways about it. And Alibaba Cloud is probably as good as any others, as long as Jack Ma doesn't screw up anymore, right?
He's gone. They ousted him. Whoever's predecessor is.
Yeah, just that's the only risk there. But other than that, I think it's all safe, right? And then I think the other element of it is also that, look, I think the Chinese market is very different than the U.S. market. They have a different set of rules about data. I don't think they allow you to take Chinese people's data and put it all over the place. I don't think they allow you to offer any kind of NFT. I think they're more cultural in nature, and they have to be tied to something. They have some kind of a regulatory body that makes sure that the content through NFTs is proper, right? There's some regulation there.
Yeah.
They don't allow secondary market. At least that's what I read. They don't allow secondary market sales as yet. And if they do, it's probably new. So there's a lot of, different things. And I think for VV to kind of go in there and establish a presence and even if it's not us connecting that part with our part, it's fine. But I think it'll help create visibility, because anybody who's part of VV China or whatever will know there's a VV global, right? And then they'll kind of come into the global side to get certain types of things. So that'd be good. And I think the other part of it is if they're able to use that infrastructure to go penetrate the rest of Asia instead of using the U.S. infrastructure and whatever all this other stuff they built. Vicente, yeah, brother, love them Malbecs, man. But yeah, that's another kind of thing that would be good. I don't know what the cost structure is like, but I also, hopefully there's a cost advantage to building. I think they may take the technology that's built there and bring that into the US side of it. Because, I think some of the work that's done in Asia is quite stunning, and spectacular. And I think that other company is not Chinese, right? It's Korean.
Vibes, South
Vibes,
Korean. Yeah,
South Korean.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're known for good work and stuff like that, and people have spoke very highly of it. So if you're able to use that, whatever they build out there to bring into the U.S., inspire the U.S. or influence or just lift and shift kind of thing, well, good things, man. Like I think that was very exciting.
Yeah,
very exciting.
And one Kenobi, and I think you had touched on it. If you want to, he's got about 200.
All right, man. Not a rumor, dude. Like, okay. For this one, you know what, Dan, if you want to cut my access, dude, fine. I'll just say it anyway, dude. Like, those golden moments, man, the gold sparkles. The gold sparkles. It's not, your golden moment is not animated. It ain't doing shit.
Yeah,
But,
it's a statue.
But, they're not singing and talking and dancing and walking. The golden moments. But the gold shines. I don't know what's the better way to describe it. The gold shines. It shines more shiny than I can't. I'm not waiting for diamonds. I want David, Dan Crothers. If you guys are freaking listening, I want diamonds on VV. I want diamonds on VV,
yeah.
brother. I want diamonds that shine. That's what I want.
Diamond moments.
Yeah, diamond moments. God damn it, get rid of this shit. Get rid of all this other stuff, man. I want diamond now. Sparkling, I'm pretty sure Vivi can make diamonds sparkle. And if you put the light on the right, yeah, dude. Like anyway, golden moments great. But like this is not just about the golden moments. Like even if there's something made out of wood, it'd be great. If it's something made out of marble, like, it's gonna be marble. You're gonna find the gloss and stuff. If you have something that's made out of jade or whatever, I haven't seen the jade thing in there. Reminds me, I should bring that jade Cthulhu in and see how it looks. But
a few more drinks.
A+, brother. A+.
I think if we get you to the bottom of this bottle, you might stream the Veveverse live for everyone.
Yeah, good. No, I am not blowing my access, dude. That is like banned. That is not allowed. That would be an automatic. Like you flap your mouth here, that's okay. You show anything in your mouth. They made that clear. I ain't doing that, brother.
I wouldn't put you in that position. We're playing a drinking game now. Everyone who's drinking, anytime Sanjay says golden moments, you got to drink. You said it about 3 times.
Oh no, guys, no. It's fun though, man. It's fun.
So we got about 8 minutes before we do the next giveaway or so. 12 minutes.
Okay.
Let's talk about how did you get into VV? Like what was the beginning of that journey like for people who don't know?
Yeah, man. So I think a lot of people know, but I'll kind of make it quick here. So I read an article. I was a big, I used to be CEO of a tech company, fintech, $150 million fintech. And then I left that and I decided to kind of work in private equity and do some investing, venture investing. And at the time I had a little bit of crypto. I had a lot of stocks, 7 figures in stock market. And I read this article about Marvel Comics 1. I was looking into NFTs. I actually wanted to buy NFT related stock because I was like, I don't want NFTs, but I want the stock. But I read this article about Marvel Comics 1 being the first comic that Marvel ever did in the real world. I read about, there'd be the first NFT comic from Marvel, and it's on a platform called VV. I had no idea, but I was like, you know what? I'm curious, man. I'm genuinely curious. So I went, I downloaded the app, and I was looking for the Marvel Comics 1, but I found Spider-Man. So my first collectible was actually Spider-Man Uncommon. And I came about 8 days, August 24th. So I think it was about 7-8 days after MC1 had launched on VV. And then I bought a lot of MC1s, man. I bought commons, uncommons, and commons. People were selling commons for like $6. And I was like,
damn,
what? So I was like, you know what, man, like I have, at the time I had like hundreds of, like Facebook and, all these other companies, right? I had a lot of stock, man. Like I had lots and lots of tech stock, right? So I'm like, instead of buying like 100 shares or something, might as well buy, 1,000 of these damn things or something. But I'm obviously bought like 100.
You looked at them as shares in a sense.
Yeah, I love them as shares. I was like, this is like super cool. And I love collecting, and I'm collecting a lot of stuff, but this was like an investment. I'm just like, you know what? I'm buying it. And the Secret Rare was, I think, $2,400 or something. It was my one Secret Rare. The other one was a little more, maybe $3,000 or something. And then I wanted a low mint, so I got mint number 1032, which I think might be the fourth or fifth, maybe sixth, more likely fifth lowest public mint. Bought that, so, and paid 10K for it. Then I bought a whole bunch of ultra rares and stuff. So now I'm at like 670 somethings, 300 plus commons, 200 plus uncommons, close to 100 rares, close to 50 ultra rares.
Wow.
But yeah, so I have a ton, man, and I'm collecting. I'm not done collecting. I'm going to collect a lot more. Right now I'm in cash conservation mode to put money in a company or deal that goes through. So I'm not, going completely crazy. But once I get done with that commitment, what I want to do there, that's my thing. I'm Mr. MC1 for a reason.
Yeah.
Mr. MC1.eth for a reason.
Love it.
I read the comic several times. I've given away probably about 5 or 6 of those, maybe even 10, I don't know, as gifts. And I'll probably give a lot more because when you go upstairs, you can't take it all, man. So I'll probably give a whole bunch away too.
I love it.
Anyway, that's the story, man.
Michael Campa, thanks a lot for this super chat. Appreciate you. Great interview. Can't wait to do this in Veveverse. Both of us, all of us also. What is Sanjay's favorite NFT outside of Vivi that he would like to import to the Veveverse first?
Man, my favorite artist is Fabriks. And I would like to bring in the Limb Pass. He has this pass called the Love You More. There's about 136, I think, of those passes, maybe 137, including 0 or whatever. And it was the album art for Willow Smith's cover. Not exactly. So there was Willow Smith's album art that Fabriks had done. And this is like a small variant of that, black and white. And everybody who held this NFT, was gifted stuff. He just, every time he did something new, he gifted you something, to these Limb Pass holders. To this day, man, the guy keeps sending me stuff, amazing stuff, and all I got to tell you, Fabriks, is love you more, man. Love you more. And I love his work, man. I have in Spatial, there's a whole wall full of his stuff. Like, it's the first wall I got done in Spatial was like this Fabriks stuff. And then I brought in, all the screen captures from Vivi and stuff, but that would be my favorite. I'm very motivated and driven and passionate about the things that I really care about. And, when I'm crazy about something, I go really crazy with it too. So, Fabriks, if you're listening to this, brother, I love your work. I can't wait to have you on Vivi. And I would love to display your original work, not on Vivi, in Veveverse.
Very nice. And I see that you're also a big advocate for the artists that are connected to Vivi. Were you always into art, or did you lean into it more through Vivi?
Yeah, well, my wife is an artist. She went to art school. She doesn't actively do a lot of art. She does mostly, work for herself and gives it away. So my house is flooded with work that she's done. And a lot of my wife's work, she doesn't sell anything, by the way. She'll never sell anything. She only gives it away for charity or to family and friends and stuff. And she paints, she sketches, she designs jewelry and stuff. So a lot of my family and her family have her work. Somebody has kids, she'll do some kind of like a sketch or painting of those kids with the parents or just the kids and give them away. So she's very, that's, so that's what kind of drew me into art. I was not into art before I met my wife, and I didn't have money to buy art either. But she's really influenced a lot of my taste in art in the beginning. And then obviously on Vivi, David has influenced a lot of my, collecting on Vivi. So I've, Ron English, Frank Kozik, I really miss Frank Kozik, man.
Yeah.
I met Frank a couple times. I've had like 3-hour chat with him. When he did his drop on Vivi, I hosted the space for him, man.
Yeah, I remember that.
And man, it was long. It's still recorded. You can listen to it if you want, in which he talks about all his dreams, of what he wanted to do on Vivi, the next thing, the following thing. It's really sad, man. We lost such a great legend. But anyway, going back to the topic, Frank, Jermaine Rogers. I met Jermaine through Vivi. he's a big comic guy. I've connected with him. I text him once in a while whenever there's a big drop. Mumbat is amazing. She's not yet on VV, but I met her through the VV circle. Brian Morris is great. And you have Alison Bamcat, Camille Rose Garcia. Just, there's just some amazing, artists on VV. I'm missing a couple here, but they're very good artists on VV.
And
just one thing for you, man,
go ahead.
One of the things I've tried to do is build a bond, and I like Sabet as well. Sabet's work is great. One of the things that I've tried to do is, whenever there's an in-person event, I try to do a fan event because it's when VV does something, it's a big thing. It's VV, it's everybody. To have a fan event where it's the true fans who come together, and you have that ability to kind of have a more close-knit kind of group with just a great group of people, right?
Yeah.
So I threw one party in New York, a rooftop party with about 120 people, including team and everybody. They had a great time in New York. I threw one in LA for Decon. There's about 200 some people there, 250 people there, with Vivi Fan Bam and Leslie and others. So they all helped plan that thing. And I made a point to call artists. And the next big one, at least that I'm going to work with some others to throw, is in New York again.
I'll be there.
Yeah, and it's not an open party like anybody hears about it can show up, or you have the VV app, so you're going to show up. Not like that, man. It's big enough where as long as you're in the community, you participate in the community, and you're not like just obnoxious. You can
no drive-bys.
You could have a fought with 50 people. As long as you're not that obnoxious guy kind of thing, you're in.
And no drive-bys.
Bring a friend. Yeah, no drive-bys.
Yeah. Screw them. No drive-bys on the guest list to Sanjay's party.
You probably need a hat with a drive-by or something.
Yeah, you do. You need some drive-by merch.
You know what? You don't want to get David Yu a hat. That's my gift to David Yu. No drive-bys. Or limited drive-bys. Yeah. David and Deb, that's your hat, man. That's your gift waiting for you in New York, man.
But what I was going to say was Veveverse now opens up the door for these artists to create next level worlds, connect more with their fans and people who appreciate them, and just also give exposure to them.
Yeah.
It's an awesome platform for content creators to get the word out and build community.
Yeah, think about it, man. Before the next drop with Jermaine Rogers, Jermaine has his space, and he's decked out his space with all this stuff, and then he talks about it. Or, if they want to do giveaways, right? Now they have the ability to do giveaways that are not just collectibles. You can do signed stuff. It'd be great if you can do digital signings in Veveverse. I don't know if they can do that as yet or not. But, there's lots of engagement that's feasible, and I would love that. You brought up a great point. It's not just the community connecting with each other, but,
Gives the artists, just give the artists an opportunity to connect. Yeah, and I missed.
We have some legends out here, man. Michael, Steven. Oh my God, that's amazing, guys. Thank you for coming out, supporting. Danny is an amazing guy, man. I'm just honored and thrilled to be on your show, brother. So
thank you for coming on, man. I've been looking forward to it. I have a list of people that I want to talk to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you were one of them, and I wait. I try to space things out. Awesome. So thank you for coming on. I missed New York Comic Con, like the rooftop last year.
Oh, brother, what happened?
Well, I had tickets, so the Mets made it to the playoffs for the first time in a long time, and I had tickets to the game. So I had to choose, man. I'm like such a diehard Mets fan.
Okay.
And they ended up getting bounced in the first round, but I did get to go to the party in Decon.
Yeah.
Which was and thanks to you also. You were thanking people and shouting out community members who contribute and play a role. You also play an important role, and that is you're the unofficial party planner, and you plan.
I thought I'd live to hear that tag, but that's good.
Yeah, but you plan these parties and get-togethers, and it takes you time. But thank you for that. And if I never said it, I think I thanked you in Decon, but just wanted to say it here.
Yeah. It's my pleasure, man. It's everybody's got a role in this community, right? You receive copious amounts of stuff from people. So the two things, hey, Rebel Duck, how are you?
Yeah,
Dr.
Duck's in the
Strange,
house.
how's it going? But yeah, you know, man, like each one of us, there's something you got to give back to the community too, right? So the things, hey, Ed, how are you, man?
Ed's a good one. I met Ed and Decon.
Yeah. So, you know, giveaways, because I have a bunch of comics. I'd love to keep giving away stuff at different kind of YouTube spaces and other places and stuff. And then also, you know, parties, man. Like, and then I'm not alone, man. Like, people help now. There's a lot of people who help, so it's great.
Yeah. Chris asked where the bull came from. It's just kind of, I was thinking of a catchy name for myself, and Danny the Bull. It's kind of like mafioso almost. I love like mafia movies. So it sounded like a cool name, and I'm very bullish, so kind of made sense. Yeah, I'll be at New York Comic Con. I got a ticket for Saturday for sure. I'll be going with my daughter. She loves these events. We go and hunt down, you know, she loves like Stranger Things, Funko Pops, and horror figures. So she's 10. So she's my partner in crime at all of these con events. So I'll be taking her and looking to meet a bunch of you guys there. And it is now 7:45, I think, 7:47. It's time for the third giveaway. Another giveaway here. Let's reintroduce it for anyone who joined after the fact.
So this is a Disney 100 comic variant. So the colored version is your everyday comic, $4-5. This is the 1:100 variant, which means a comic shop has to order 100 of these, 100 colored versions to get one of these. And so typically they retail at in 3 figures. And I have a couple of these, and it's my pleasure to share it with somebody in the community, man.
Giving it away.
Right. So while you're giving this away, why don't I go find another one? How about that?
Oh, you're gonna do it?
Yeah, always works, man. Always works. Always works. Yeah.
Guys, if we get him drunk enough, he's gonna give away like an Amazing Fantasy 9.8. We got to keep him around. He's gonna give away Marvel Comics 1 by the end of the night. Yeah, I'm Italian, Crazy Dan. My wife happens to be Greek, but I am Italian. Beast, drink another glass. Yeah, I might get drunk by the end of the night. I'm on number 2 over here. Sanjay is an amazing person. Genuinely good guy.
All right. So
all right, we ready? We're gonna
yeah.
Let's do this third giveaway.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We've got. Don't give out the numbers. Don't. Let me write down a number. Don't say any numbers, people. Totally random right here. All right, we've got 131 people here. Let's go. First one to guess the number that I just wrote down gets this dope giveaway from Sanjay. Let me see. Not showing up yet. Here we go. There's a little lag on my thing. Let's see. Here we go. All right. Wow, you guys going fast. We got no. Let's see. 122. No. 98, 33, 95, 29, 77, 123, 131, 31, 129, 77. Not yet. 55, 1, 44, 30. Not yet. 88. Not yet. 99. Ed, you're oh, it wasn't 99. Damn it. Shit, Ed, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Ed. It's 93. It's the wine. Don't blame me. It's 93. Sorry, Ed. I just did a Steve Harvey. I just pulled a Steve Harvey. Just a nobody. Just a nobody's the winner.
All right. So look, I'm not going to remember any of this in the morning. So you're going to have to send me a message. Danny, you're writing it down, man? Like, I don't know that
I'm not. So we have, I'm going to write it down. I know that Just a Nobody won the black and white.
Yes. Poppy won the
Mando.
Yeah.
And Mark
won the Miles Morales Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, it's a dope one. They're all dope.
All right.
Good one. Sorry, Ed, man.
Okay.
My bad. Steve Harvey.
That's a good one. That's a good one. All right. Let me show you the next one.
Let's do it. Let's see it.
Okay. So this one is a Peach Momoko. It's basically Demon Days #1. So
Demon Days #1.
Yeah, Demon Days X-Men #1, Peach Momoko. So I don't know how much you guys follow comics, but Peach Momoko is just an incredible artist, man. She's just taken the whole world by storm. And this is one of her comic covers. So we'll do this in a little bit.
Yeah, so I'm going to set a time for this one. We'll do it in about 15 minutes. How's that? You good on time?
Oh, yeah, I'm good on time. Oh, Acrolite. Yeah, hey, good to see you, Acrolite, as well. Yes, the Peach Momoko one.
All right, so I'm going to do this one. We're going to do this one at 8:05.
Yeah.
EST. Another good one, man. So have you been a comic collector like your whole life? What's
No, different comic. Yes. So I used to read different types of comics when I was younger. So I used to read, a lot of, a comic series called Commando and War. So these were British comics about, with sort of the World War kind of backdrop, smaller, things. I used to read those. I used to read Asterix and Obelisk, Phantom, a lot of other stuff, and then some Disney stuff too. So I wish I had it here, man. I gave it to my nephew and niece. So the comics that I had as a kid when I went back to India this time, I have. We bound them. We put them in a bound, with some kind of binding or whatever, like 20 of them together or whatever. So like 2 of those. One's still in India. One I gave to my nephew and niece because I thought they'll read it. So there's another Indian comic called Amar Chitra Katha. So it's the first 10 of those that came out were Westerns. Because India, I don't know, they just didn't have the content then. But I think it was number 10 onwards, 10 or 11, 10 onwards, that were Indian mythology. So the first one was about Krishna. So, not as highly valuable as like a Marvel Comics one or whatever. Today, you could probably get one for still 4 digits and stuff, 4 figures and stuff. But I have one of those, not in great condition. Sorry. All right. Yeah. But yeah, so I have, those types of comics I collected. Then I stopped, collecting for a while. And then obviously with VV, I got back in, and now I have like a pretty decent physical. All those boxes you see at the back are all, comics. And then there's graded ones behind it. So still a small collection. So 1,000 some comics only so far. And then a bunch of graded ones. But yeah, man, the journey has restarted again. I go every Wednesday to the comic shop. That's when it comes out in the week. My comic shop opens at 12. I go in. I have the Key Collector app. So, in fact, I was just scanning that for a minute. I'll pull it up here. So I have the Key Collector comic app. And then typically what I do is I click on Keys This Week, which is this one here. So I click on it. And then it tells me all the comics that are releasing this week. And I pick which ones I want. There's some that are standard runs, like, ASM or whatever. And those, the comic shop has ready for me, the main cover. And then if there's a couple of variants I like, I'll tell them ahead of time. Or they'll just hold it for me, and then they'll say, hey, which one do you want? And I'll take whatever I want, and then the rest of it, they'll kind of put away. But yeah, man, I make my weekly trip to the comic store. And, I know I can get it cheaper online and stuff, and I have that too. And I sometimes order from there too. But the whole experience of going to a comic store, supporting a local comic book guys, you got to do it, man. Like, so I do that too. So anyway, that's
my collectibles. It's my first member.
Whoa!
That's amazing. My collectibles. I just created the option to become a member to the channel, and the first one is my collectibles.
Cheers! There you go.
I got to become a drop head now.
Yeah, there you go.
That's awesome, man. What a stream.
Yeah. Now, do you have a gift for him or what, man? Like you gotta shut your eyes. Danny, you gotta shut your eyes. You gotta reach back, pick up one, and that goes to your mind collectibles MC.
I'm gonna think about it.
You gotta shut your eyes, turn around, pick up one, and it's
all right. Hold on.
Anyone? Come on, Danny, let's do it.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, let's go.
I don't think he wants this.
Oh, okay. You gotta ship it to him. It's you know what? You gotta sign it and send it to him, man. You're YouTube member 1.
Oh, I got more members.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
I'll become a member
in
later.
The house. What's up?
Shit, I might as well get in on the action. What is it?
Crazy Dan in the house. Let's get it. Man, we do great things when we're drunk.
Yeah,
we got another one and another one. It's like DJ Khalid.
Okay, how do I become a member, man? Like, what do I got to do here?
I think I got to go on the website or something and click. If you go on the website,
it's not on YouTube.
I don't think it's on the phone because I think then they have to pay out Apple, so I think they circumvent them. You got to go on like the website.
Okay, I'll do it later, man.
Oh man, Poppy, yeah, we got another one. I love you all. I wonder if I hit 3,000 subs. I'm really close to 3K.
All right.
Let me see. I'm only 8 subs away from 3K.
All right. Well, let's do this now. When you hit 3,000 subs, you got to reach back behind you and give away something now.
Sounds good.
You doing it?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Look at this.
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it. Just 8 more subs.
Let's do it, man. Today's a real party.
Yeah, if you're not subbed, then shout out, thank you to Steve for that chat. Cool Mo in the house. What's up, man? We got another member.
A lot of love, man.
We got 6 more subs to go.
The VV community, man. It's just full of a lot of fun.
I love the VV community.
Cheers, man. Cheers. Cheers to everybody.
Cheers,
Get
guys.
yourself a drink. It's party time, man.
We're close. We're at 29.90. All right, 29.95.
Stop watching the iceberg, man. Let's chat now. Let's do something else.
Right.
When you hit 3,000, you'll know, and then we'll do all
there
this
you
stuff,
go.
Right? Hey.
You're good at this giveaway stuff, Sanjay, by the way. You know how to do it right.
I don't know, man.
Cheers, legends, TGIF. Time for Gentleman Jack. Yeah, so let me see. I got a little off track. I was caught up in the exuberance of this stream. Someone had a question, and it was a good one.
Okay.
What? Let me find it. What IP or what do you want to see in terms of like a new vertical or a new IP? Something
music. I want music. Music hits hard, man. Music hits hard. And by the way, I'm not chilling anything. It's I got the MasterCard Music Accelerator pass. It's closed now. It was free. You'd have to just show up. This is 3 months ago or 2 months ago. You just get it. You have it. And they said, look, there's no utility today, but there might be some in the future. But as part of that accelerator, they found 5 artists worldwide. And they signed up a deal with Warp something, which is like an AI beats studio kind of something. But if these 5 artists have like amazing pipes, man, they have great vocals, and then they got the mentors and they use that to digitally make the music. And then they teach these kids how to build an audience for yourself, how to market, and then they use AI for some stuff. And then they help them make it on an NFT, and then they put it on one-off. And then they basically, they may still, I don't know what the cutoff date for it. All you had to do was to go to one-off, listen to the music, and they gave you the NFT for free. The NFT was a full song. Full song. And you play it. And, so why do I like it? First of all, I love music. A lot of our people, think of how many music spaces we have. Emoji has one. Jay East has one.
Yeah.
O'Malley has one. Everybody's playing music all the time. Now, why would we not want to curate? This is not just about Taylor Swift and shit. Like, you know what? You want to bring those? That's fine. BTS and stuff. That's great. But also, no different than how we created an artist program, where you have all these artists of decon and stuff, building music. Like, I would love to see a VV music accelerator. I would love to see a VV artist accelerator. So these are where they're not previously famous. VV, David and Dan identify. And, David and Dan can identify all the artists and stuff. Rev Alex, man, look at this. Like, he can go and identify, like.
Yeah, Alex loves music, and he's great at karaoke.
And you know what? Create a program with the local schools, right? Like, or colleges or whatever. Say, hey, listen, there's a VV contest, participate. If you are in the top 5, we get, we'll put you, make an NFT out of you. Man, the number of people that will come, will hear about VV. What is VV? Okay, great. Music, those artists come, their families come, their friends come, new people come. That's how you bring in like a younger audience, newer audience. Man, I would love to see, a VV music accelerator, no different than the MasterCard one. And it's not for the big artists, it's for the small artists. And we are curating some insane, the next freaking top artist comes through VV.
That's dope.
That's what I want to see, man. That's the next big thing I want to see.
Nice vision. That's vision.
No, man, this is just the
vision.
Somebody's already done it, right? But I want to see it.
N1 says, yeah. So if it was an established artist,
yeah,
who would you want to see? Elvis, Beatles, MJ? Who?
Woman.
Oh, maybe he's gonna give us something else. He's gonna give us something else. SoCal in the house.
All right. Okay, before I show it, not a giveaway, man. Not giving this away.
Okay.
This is the first, edition of the Beatles, Abbey Road, man.
First UK edition?
Yeah, first edition of this thing. It's yeah. So anyway, so I have the LP. So I'm really.
What does that go for?
A lot of money, man, but not that much money. You can afford it. But anyway, listen.
Damn.
I'm really hoping that David Yu does this first. So then I've got the digital.
Oh, that's dope, man. That's crazy.
Yeah. Beatles. I love the Beatles.
I love the Beatles. I think he's going to give that to us by the end of the night. There's a 50% chance he gives that to one of us. You can't hear us, can you? I thought you were
drunk enough to give that away.
I thought you were out of earshot. My bad.
All right, man.
That's funny.
Cheers, guys. Cheers to VV and the passion for collecting, man.
Cheers.
Here's the passion.
Yeah, I'm not a Beach Boys guy, Justin, but
I've heard Beach Boys. I don't have any of that stuff here, but
I absolutely love music. Music is always on.
Yeah.
I'm going on road trips just so I can curate a new playlist.
Yeah.
And I love everything from the Beatles, classic rock to I grew up with hip hop and old school. I just went to an old school rap concert.
Yeah.
Last week, I saw Run DMC, Slick Rick, Big Daddy Kane, Method Man, Redman, all these guys. And I also listened to like the Chili Peppers and modern rock and all. I listen to everything. So music is something that I would absolutely love. And even if it was like album covers, like the one you just pulled up, Abbey Road, or something that helps aspiring artists, and in just being able to go to also a concert in the Veveverse, and I'm sure we'll go to like non-fungible wonderful concert.
For sure, man. Looking forward to that, man. Like these are all concerts we should do in the metaverse too, right? Like I'd love for Vivi to curate. Like I'd love to see so I've heard Darian sing, right? We were in Decon and Silicon, my brother Silicon, man. He said he wanted to go to karaoke and he set it up, and so we all showed up. So it was Darian and Kenobi, Silicon Secure, a bunch of people, right? Vivi Meister, Vivi Fam Bam, and then you have Will with the NFTs and Kaylee, right? Can you imagine, man? You're like with these people who are professional singers, man. They like sing beautiful, and you're in a karaoke with them, right? And I heard them sing, man. Unbelievable. I would love for Vivi to curate Kaylee, Will with the NFTs, Darian, community members, man. First set of music NFTs should be community, Vivi community members, FA, and I don't know if they'll sign up with VV or not, but I would love to see that happen, man. They're amazing, and the concert can be in the Veveverse as well, so that'd be great.
Yeah. My collectibles, I cashed out $2,300 worth of crypto and money from other platforms today, put into VV. You know what?
Don't say which platform it is, but I know which one it is. But great, man. Love it, man.
I sold my collectibles months ago to load up on crypto because I want to take advantage. I'm working towards my whole coin and I want a certain amount of Ethereum. And it's, the chance to build out my portfolio. So I sold my collectibles. But now I'm starting to circle back because of the Veveverse, and it was always my plan to circle back to the collectibles. And today I went and bought back a Todd that I had sold off. I bought back my Todd. I bought back Superman, and I'm starting to, and I made a list of things that I want to, because I got to deck out my Veveverse. For all these members now that I'm going to have like an Easter egg hunt or something.
Yeah.
Veveverse. I got to check it out.
First game is freaking hide and go seek or Easter egg hunt. First game. It's a game. It really is a game. First game.
And it's right now 2:05. We're 2 hours and 5 minutes in. So it is.
Oh, shit, man.
It's time. It's time.
What are we doing? We're giving away?
We're time for the next giveaway.
All right.
So
did you hit 3,000? Okay, let's get this done. Then we'll talk about 3,000.
Okay.
So, Demon Days, Peach Momoko cover, X-Man. Demon Days, X-Man.
That is a dope one. Let me write down this number in a way where you don't know how many digits I am writing, people. We
need to bring out Ernst & Young, right? Like that Miss Universe program or whatever, man, to audit your shit here, Danny.
All righty. I wrote down that we have 122 people in this stream. I wrote down a number from 1 to 122. If you won, you're excluded. Let's go. 1 to 122. Green Goblin keeps going with that 69. All right, I got to scroll up, man. Hold up here. Say 29. No, 117. No, 69. Good try, guys. 245. That's not even in play. All things strange. 55.
All right, there you go.
All things strange. Congratulations. Go sub to All Things Strange, another great community member. Well done.
Awesome.
Congratulations. So I'm going to write that down because I have to add it to the list of the
Yeah. Write it down.
Away because
the worst thing we do giveaways that people forget.
To not give it away, that's a rug.
Yeah, no, it's going to go from the house.
We don't want you to be a rug.
You want to make sure it goes to the right guy.
Sanjay and Danny rugging people. We can't have that.
No.
Well, All Things Strange, and he won. What did he win? What did he win?
Peach Momoko Demon Days. Peach Momoko Demon Days.
Peach. Steve, new member. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you.
All right. Very good.
Man, let me check in on my 3,000 subs and see if I can do a giveaway here. I need one more sub. It's $29.99.
All right. I'm sure I can do that after we finish. So you're going to get there anyway. But if you hit it now, you're going to shut your eyes. You're going to reach back. You're going to pick up
give something away. Give it. Yeah.
Danny, that's what it takes, dude. That's what it takes.
If that's what it takes, I'm willing to do it.
Yes. There you go.
Yeah, I did it. 3,001. Let's
All
go.
Right, there you go. Let's celebrate.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right.
All right, I'm gonna do it, man.
Brother, here you gotta have a drink first, right?
Yeah,
Cheers.
you're right.
Cheers. All right.
Thank you to everyone who subbed tonight, became a member. Now I'm going to pay it forward.
There you go, man. That's the way to do it, brother.
Hold on. Oh, this is a good one. Well, it's gonna be hard to part with this one. But I'm gonna do it. I don't know if you remember, if anyone here is a fan of the Twilight Zone, but I love the Twilight Zone. This is a hard one to find. It's that, you guys remember that episode with William Shatner when he's looking out on the plane?
Holy shit, man. This looks cool.
It's cool. That's hella cool. If you're a fan of the Twilight Zone.
Are you gonna cry tonight, Danny?
I didn't want to part with this. I blame you, Sanjay.
You gonna cry tonight?
I might cry. It was hard to find this.
Oh, very cool, very cool. So how are you doing the giveaway?
I think it has to be Twilight Zone is lit. I think it has to be the same way, the number.
There you go, man. There you go.
Yeah. Let's go 1 through 114. Wait, don't go yet. Don't go yet. Let me write it down.
Yeah.
Write it down, because we have 114 people here.
Danny, this is too much fun, man. It's too much fun.
All right. And go. Let's see what we got. Steve going with that tried and true 69, man. One day it's going to hit. Mike Holmes, you did it, homie. How'd you do that? 113, Mike Holmes. He did it.
Awesome. Congratulations.
So Mike, you won this Twilight Zone. He's got a little... It's heavy. So Mike, you can DM me, and I will get that out to you.
Perfect. So you just send me the names of the people with the address that I got to send it to and what I got to send, and we're good.
So yeah, I'm going to send you the names. They're going to DM either you or me.
Well, send it to you first, right? This is easier because, I may not follow some people or whatever.
Okay, so everyone...
Later, come back. Just send Danny, connect with Danny, name, address, where you want it mailed. And Danny, you just send me the list with the name and address, and I'll just go tomorrow and I'll mail them all out.
Yeah, sounds good.
Awesome. Good stuff. Very good. Very good.
Well, do you want to wrap up soon?
Yeah, whatever you like, man. It's Friday. I got the time. If you got any more questions,
time.
you can chat about anything you like.
All right, let's chat. If you guys, we still have over 100 people up.
If you got a question for me, put it in Danny can pull it up and we can chat about whatever you like, guys.
Yeah, ask your questions, guys. Put them in the chat. We'll get to them. This is, I gotta say, Sanjay, maybe the funnest stream I've ever done.
Yeah,
I think
that's cool, man. That's cool. I'm having fun too, man. It's cool.
I attribute a lot of it to you.
No, dude,
most
it's
of
your
it.
space. I'm just
all of it. I think is.
It's just your space. I just
because
shut up, man. I'm doing whatever you want me to do here, man.
But I'm like the constant. You're the variable.
All right, cool.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm on it. Very cool. All right, so I'll share a couple of other. No, I'm not only into the VV project. I'm into a lot of other projects. I collect on, I think my second biggest collection would probably be on a platform called Sweet. So I'm a Formula One fan. So I follow McLaren, Red Bull, Mercedes. But McLaren and Red Bull have the NFTs there. So I have a lot of cool stuff there. And then they have some other IP as well. Not active there anymore. There was a time when I was, very active, but I have a lot of stuff on Sweet. I have some stuff on Palm DC. I like comics, so I have some of those comics as well. Not a lot. I'm not very active again, but some of the good stuff like drive by but don't sell, right? So I'm there.
You're a drive by?
No, I don't.
You're a drive by?
I don't sell that stuff. I collect there, but I go for the good drops. I'm competing for the good drops. I have the 5 Bat Cows, and I have some of the good comics and stuff. So I'm there. I do have the Todd. I think I have the blue and the black one on the McFarlane platform. I have one of them for sure, but I may have to. I have. whatever. You have a lot of stuff, man. A lot of different platforms. I can't even think of them now. There's so many of them, right? And then I have a lot of stuff on OpenSea too, man. Like just a ton of stuff, you know. Fabriques, a lot of Fabrique stuff, a lot of Sabat stuff. I like Sabat. Those are my two favorite artists. A lot of Mumbat. I like her work as well. Jason Naylor, by the way, is an amazing artist. I love his work as well. So I have some of his work. I need more. I'm going to collect more of his work. But yeah, you know, a lot of platforms, man.
What about Omi?
Okay. So I don't want to break anybody's heart here. I have Omi, but I'm in Omi because you guys are in Omi. So I'm in it for the ride with you guys. I have about 4.5 mil-ish worth of Omi, which I probably played 20 grand for in total, but it's worth about 2.5 or something like that now. You know, I'm very big into Vivi, right? So I want to see Vivi reward me for my Vivi collection. I have like 7 figures worth of stuff on Vivi, or close to 7 figures worth of stuff on Vivi. At least that's what I put in. But honestly, I don't even know. But I have good stuff, low mints and a lot of other good stuff. So, you know, man, like I think the Omi is a token. That token is tied directly to its use on Vivi. I've heard a lot of things about OUP and this will happen and that will happen and this will happen, that will happen. I'm sure that will happen. But I'm not buying more Omi till I see, you know, some action either with Vivi rewarding, you know, in a meaningful manner. MCP is here, but MCP has to reward in a meaningful manner. And then, because that will tell me that then they will reward Omi too. That's like my first sign. The day I see Vivi, MCP hit, doesn't have to be me, but somebody, like in a good, meaningful manner. That's the day I go and say, yes, now they will deliver value. I know they will deliver value for me. And I will go get more Omi, and I'll get lots of Omi. And then I'll hold it. Because, right, I mean, for Omi to be successful, Vivi has to be successful. And I have a lot of Vivi stuff. So I will get into more Omi stuff. Guys, no hate here, just all love. I'm praying with you guys. I'm rooting with you guys. I'm ready to push the team with you guys. Whatever you want. But for now, I'm at 4.5 million Omi. I'm happy. Not looking to make $1 billion buying Omi. If it happens, it's great. I will get in with you guys, but I need to see just a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think that they have I think like 80% of the VV collectors aren't really touching the Omi side of things.
Yeah.
And they have a tremendous opportunity to bridge those people into Omi if they incentivize them and make you need to use Omi.
Yeah. And tell me you will give me a secret rare if I have so much Omi. Tell me you give me an ultra rare guaranteed or near guaranteed if I have so much Omi. I'll buy Omi. You know what? Tell me I need to have X number of collectibles to go get a secret rare to be eligible, more eligible for a secret rare or whatever. Yeah, I'll do it, man. But anyway, look, man, but here's why I'm more into VV and less into Omi is because, look, I had all the NFTs, right? Crypto. I had a lot of crypto. I have a lot of stock. The reason I sold it is because it's more fun to have collectibles, man. You know, like if the value goes to whatever, I've still got a toy to play with. If that thing goes down, what do I got?
Yeah, it's a good point. Right? Yeah.
So again, guys, you know, those of you who are buying Omi, congratulations. Maybe you get in at a super low price. I'm really happy for you. This is just me personally. I have some Omi. I will buy more Omi when I see the path to Omi being used and useful. Both used and useful. You have to, and you know what? The world is full of people who are here to buy something, to flip it, and to sell it. I need to see people buying Omi to use Omi, hold Omi for using it. Somebody's got to use it. If everybody's here to just dump on the next guy or to just make the money, you know, I'm not in that bucket. I just don't want to be in that bucket. And you know what? I'm happy with what I have in life today, and I'm quite satisfied and stuff. But anyway, sorry guys, maybe I should do a giveaway to just make people happy.
I think so. Because that was a downer.
I might have tiny bird pooped on somebody's Omi dream. Sorry guys, that's not like I love Omi, but let's leave it there. How about I just do a giveaway and
I think you got to give something away now.
Yeah,
you just upset people. Let's get that Abbey Road, guys. He's going to give away an Abbey Road, maybe. Let's go. One more giveaway. I think we might be able to get even more out of him tonight, guys. He's got a lot of shit back there, okay? All right, he's coming. Okay. He's coming.
I put my hand in the box and I pull out something. And then I was like, shit, I just got this.
And you did like what I did. I didn't want to give him away.
I want to put it back. I want to put it back in the box.
Oh, Mike H, he deserves this.
But okay, I'll give it away. Okay, so this is a 9.8 Scotty Young cover. ASM 25, 9.8. Young cover. Can I get a picture with my face in it too, man? Yeah. It's the last time I'm gonna hold this like this, so just for memory, you can tweet it.
I'm gonna tweet it.
All right, man. Last one. So, but we can do this a little later. Let people kind of
Yeah, I'm gonna tweet it out.
Okay, we'll do it.
You're like
we'll wrap in about 15-20 minutes, though. We'll do that. Like we'll chat for another 15-20. Do this giveaway,
and that'll wrap it up.
And then we'll wrap. How about that?
Yeah, because I want to go watch Messi. Messi's playing tonight.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna tweet this out. You know what? I'm not gonna tweet it because you know what? I don't want.
Oh, the people here should benefit.
I don't want drive-bys. We don't want drive-bys. We want to give utility to the people who contribute.
Who are already
ecosystem.
There you go.
Yeah.
No more drive-bys. David,
They've been here for 2 hours.
Danny the Bull.
They've been here 2 hours.
They've been here 2 hours. No more drive-by.
Yeah, I don't want to drive by. I don't need anyone else.
Yeah, there you go. And next time, show up for Danny the Bull.
Yeah, or else you don't get anything. We gotta get Sanjay back.
This is too much fun, man. I'm having way too much fun on a Friday.
Dude, this is a great stream, man. I think this is one of the best that I've ever had. I thank you for coming on. And
thank you for that.
Generous.
It's an honor to be here, brother, with you. It's just an honor to be here. And with everybody who's listening, thank you very much. I really enjoy being part of this community.
All right, let me scroll. There were some questions, and I lost my place. Okay. I'm on my 3rd or 4th glass of wine, so you'll have to bear with me. Let's see. Oh, here is one from Kumo. What would you like to see out of like Omi in the Veveverse?
Look, I mean, I would like to see Omi the currency of Veveverse.
Yeah.
No fiat.
Yeah.
No fiat. No jabs. Only Omi.
Me too.
I don't think it'll ever happen.
I agree.
But, like, shit, I said it. That's what I want to see. Oh, you know what? That's when the founders basically say, look, we love you. This is the value for Omi. Or maybe at least for the first 3 months or 6 months, something like that. I'd love to see something like that. I'd like to see people buy Omi to buy something in the Veveverse. And, with Veveverse, look, having been in there, there's so many possibilities in terms of the type of environment. Like, if Tails or Falcon or one of these guys, True Tech or somebody builds like a certain type of Veveverse space, and they can copy and create replicas, right? And they put it for sale. Those types of things should be Omi only. The ability to be in a bat cave or to create a bat cave in a manner in which there's custom, background, gold, black with whatever, right, should be Omi. I think there should be things like certain types of animation. You want your gold on your golden moments to shine extra special, like level 8 shine out of 10, everybody can have. But if you want the 9 or the 10 where it just like really shines, Omi. So that's what I'd like to see. And then I'm in. I want Omi. I'll go buy Omi to go do that. Create utility for me, man. Why you utility? You know what I mean?
100%, man. I agree.
100%, man. Cheers, guys. This is great. We got to.
I agree 100% that
some damage happens here. Either I give away my house on Danny's channel, or something stupid goes down. All right.
I just saw something here. It's coming up on my phone, but not on.
Yeah.
That My Collectibles gifted 5 Danny the Bull memberships. I don't even know what that means. Thank you, My Collectibles.
There you go, brother. There you go. I think nothing better than having content creators support each other.
Yeah.
And really the spotlight, man. This is amazing. It's great to see as well. I love it.
100%, man.
By the way, I think one thing I wanted to share with this group is I have a deep respect. I met David a couple times now, and Dan as well. I have a deep respect for these guys. I trust these guys. I trust David. I trust Dan. Sometimes I'm disappointed about things getting delayed. I'm disappointed with certain things, and we chat about stuff, and like I'll write stuff on Twitter. I mean, I'm just open. I have a direct line to David. I can send him an email, but a lot of times I'd write on Twitter, so other people can chime in, and he's realizing that it's not my point of view only. It's like, and if people don't like it, they can say it, right, or they can build on it. But I'll tell you, man, I have a lot of love, a lot of respect for David and Dan. Their vision is spectacular, spectacular. And, you asked me that question. It's still in my head. I want to answer the question, which is, what did I like about that stream with David? He talked about being a 2-person or 7-person company, 70-person company, and a 300-person company. And he talks about there's a different role. The same people that were in the 7, the role that the people that had when they were 7 is different when they're 70. And it's different when they're 300. And he said nobody's replaceable, including himself. So he's setting a very interesting standard and bar for everybody. And, I sent David, and people may not know this, but I sent David a very long email about all the things that I was unhappy with and this and that, long time back, about a year back, right? Which included things like hire more people, talent, this, specialization, all this stuff, right? And just lots and lots of things. And he wrote back to me. He wrote back, very nicely to me. And he said, I'm doing this, doing this. And you know what? A year after that email, it's almost a year since I sent that email. Honestly, David has delivered on every one of those things. He's done every one of those things. To go from that 7-person company to 70 on the way to 300. And so, my faith in Vivi is still 100%. I'm not happy about the drive-bys. I flap my mouth on Twitter, do a lot of stuff, but I have a deep love for Vivi. I love the Veveverse. Can't wait for the MCP to really take effect. Literally want OUP to be that freaking absolutely very, very, very valuable, currency within Vivi. Because it's not going to be that currency outside of Vivi, at least in the beginning. There's a lot of regulation, a lot of other stuff. I want that to be. I'm waiting for that to happen. I'm sure these guys will, figure out a path to get there. Even if there's some regulatory barriers or something you can't do that they wanted to do, they'll figure out a way to kind of, do something different that creates value. And I'm here to stay. I am here to stay. I love you guys. I love Vivi. Love all of you guys. And this is an incredible community. Let's have a lot of fun collecting together. Let's have, the next parties will be in Veveverse. Those are going to be amazing. And let's have fun together, man.
Let's do it. And let's do a giveaway on that
note.
Let's do
a giveaway. There you go,
man. Giveaway.
So 9.8 graded. Amazing Spider-Man
Oh, it's
number 25. Scotty
Here,
Young cover.
let me set the parameters. That's a dope one. Don't shoot out the numbers.
You better write down who won this and stuff and who's getting what.
Yeah, I have a list.
I'm not going to remember this tomorrow.
I have a list.
You have a list. All right. Don't lose that list.
Steve, don't shoot out this. Don't shoot out numbers yet, people. All right. So we're gonna go with numbers from 1 to 121, no, 1 to 115, because we have 115 people in here, and I am going to write it down right now. I just did. Let's go. Last giveaway of the night. 69, no. 1, 2, 3, no. 2, no. 420. Omar. I'd expect that from SoCal. Shit. This is going fast. Hold up. I got to scroll up. All right. 98, no. 15, 3, 98, 97, 69. If you already won, by the way, you can't win again. 37, 98, 77. Sorry. Oh, Mark, that was nice of you. Mo, no. 77, no. 17, no. Still no. 1,
Man,
no.
it took like 5 tries for you to kind of come up with a number that's hard to guess.
Yeah, I'm trying to be tricky.
Number
I'm a tricky guy. A lot of people don't know that about me, but I'm a tricky guy. Yeah. Create a smart mouse, smarter mousetrap, that sort of thing. Let's see. 95, nothing, still no. West 17, nope. Nope, not 66, not 110, not 48, not 1, not 77, not 54, not 78. Still don't see it. Let's see. No, 115, no, 7, no. Damn, I got you guys. This one's taking a while. 2,430, no. No one's guessing my number. 30. Yeah, we got one. Zephaser 50. Shout out to Zephaser.
Oh man, this is so funny. Mark Omi sends me a DM. Danny. Mark Omi sends me a DM with my face and the comic cover, so I remember that it's him because
that's a good winner.
That's the way to do it.
See, he's smart.
That's the way to do it. Smart guy. You're a very smart man.
But you know what's really smart is that he won the other one. He sent you a picture of the one that he wanted.
Oh.
JK.
Yeah, I know.
JK. Now Mark's above board. No trickery involved with
no
Mark.
trickery, man. No trickery.
Sanjay, thank you.
Pleasure, Danny. Thank you very much. You know, man, like I get to ask the final question, right?
Floor is yours.
So I would love to hear, you know, after you've heard about Veveverse, after you've heard about, you know, a lot of the recent stuff, what's your perspective on VV that you would like to share with anybody that's new and listening to this space?
Yeah, so it kind of crystallizes. Anytime I see one of these big ticket items get checked off, it just crystallizes my thesis and confirms my thesis. So my thesis was that this is a platform with the biggest IP in the world, connecting all sorts of fandoms together. And the community is super strong. And we've all talked about the hiccups along the way and the missteps. However, the long-term vision remains the same. And the long-term vision has always been big. And digital collectibles is here. And I don't think it's going anywhere. And Vivi is so well positioned because of all their IP, but most importantly, because of their community. Everything, you can have Decentraland, great. Maybe they're doing something great, but if there are only 40 people there, it's like the tree that falls and no one hears it, right? Sandbox, they can be doing great things. I don't know, but if there's no one there, the VV community is super passionate. And, you know, sometimes for better, sometimes for worse. But the bottom line is and My Collectibles said this: when there is apathy, then I'll be worried. When people are upset, that's a good sign because that shows that they care. And the community has always shown that they care. And the Veveverse, I feel like, is an opportunity for them to just accentuate what we have. So super excited, and I'm here for it.
Cheers. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Have a good one, everybody.
Everyone in the chat, appreciate you all. Over 2.5 hours strong. Love you all.
Love you all.